cities all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
And I approve this message.
Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby.
We are the
Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Touchdown, touchdown. Let's throw a bomb on first down. Let's throw a bomb on every down. First we score, then we clown. Having fun, look around. Nobody loud as a Raider crowd. Nobody proud as a Raider crowd. NFL, how you like me now? We gon' do this open style. Nothing but action. I'm Bo Jackson, hit the hole. Run you over, goal line. Jumping over, going crazy. Lose your soul, lose your mind in the black hole. Here's the goal, Super Bowl. And everybody here, get the goal. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. Yeah. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders. What is up? What is up? Raider Nation. What's going on, y'all? What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Today is a different kind of show. Welcome to Poodle Raiders. I'm your host, Cheeto Linus. Today we're doing things a little different. I gave my co-host Chona and Raquel and Quivi the night off because I'm bringing back some of the OG cast along with our boy 805 Raider. And we're going to talk about the Super Bowl, the Maxx rumors, Clint Kubiak officially now the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. And then, of course, we got to get into that Mendoza draft talk. Woo! We've just got to get into that. So I hope y'all ready. Here we go. And let's start bringing them in. You got my boy Rundown. What's going on, Rundown? You already know Rundown. Y'all be knowing Rundown.
My guy, man. What's going on with you, big dog, man?
Chilling, dog. Chilling. And then we got our boy 805. What's going on? Y'all already know our boy 805.
What's happening, man? Hey, Clint Kubiak era.
The beast.
Clint Kubiak era begins.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's make it happen. Official.
Right? Official. No matter what anybody in the rumor world said, it's finally official. Right? And then, of course, our boy, the ultimate Raider fan, Turf himself.
Let's go.
From the roads of the United States of America and the plains all across the country, Turf has joined us today.
Turf in the building.
Yes, sir.
My dog.
What's up, Turf? What's up, dog?
Bro, I'm excited to be on the show with y'all, man. It's been forever. So,
Man, what?
yes, we got a lot.
It's been a minute. It's been too long, man.
Right,
Yes,
right. I'll keep y'all on that side for a little bit. So it'll be the Turf and Rundown show. Just for a little bit. But damn, y'all. No, man, I wanted to do something because now that the season is officially over, 2025, we can get into Raiders, which is crazy though, because this is probably one of the first Super Bowls where we've been talked about so much and we ain't even playing in this motherfucker.
At all.
Right?
It's the most I think I've truly paid attention to a Super Bowl in quite a while, to where I really wanted to understand and know kind of what was happening,
man.
How the play call was going, stuff like that, and just I think it was probably the most interested I've been in a long time in a Super Bowl. I'll be real.
Uh-oh. Here we go, and we got our other guest. Our other guest, you guys already know him. He's not in costume today, y'all. So okay, but it is the Severe Raider himself. What's
there
going
he
on?
is.
Good.
What's going
All-star
on?
panel, dog. All-star panel.
Damn, bro. That's what I'm saying. Oh, hold on. Let me move this around. Yeah, keep you guys on that side. Okay, there we go. Right. I was
My dog, man. What up, Severe?
What's popping? Good.
Man, now that my boy here, it's definitely gonna be popping. It's definitely about to be a show.
It's definitely gonna be popping.
Yes, sir. You know how it
goes.
You know how it go.
Right. And those of you in the chat, thank you so much for joining us today. You definitely in for a good one, right? Because it's rare that we all get together on YouTube nowadays. You know, some of us get together in Vegas. One guy we still have yet to meet in person, so we don't know if he's real. You know, and shout out to Turf's AI, the Raider Rundown. But one day we'll see him.
All of a sudden, he glitches when you say that too. He glitches all of a sudden when you say it.
Don't worry about it.
It's just like there's just no rebuttal. There's no rebuttal.
Right? The crazy part, fam, is we live like 10, 15 minutes from each other.
I want to hear Cheeto, bro. All I can say is this, man. 805 had the opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? He was right there. He could have saw me live in person. But, you know, he left that weekend when I was in Vegas. You know what I mean? So,
that must have been it.
Exactly.
The one weekend we weren't there was the weekend he was there.
Right? Exactly.
Like when Rundown asked you what weekend you're gonna be at Vegas, you let him tell you when he's gonna be in Vegas.
Exactly.
You don't let him. You don't tell him first.
Right.
Exactly.
Like he's gonna be like, oh shit, hey, oh man, I was gonna be there that weekend. I gotta be the next weekend. That's what it's gonna happen.
Right. That's what happens. Look. Remember before the season started, we all me, 805, Chris, I think you too, Cheeto. Who else was talking? Turf was. Oh yeah, man, we going to the home opener.
Yeah,
going to the home opener. We was all, man, we all gonna be there, man. And Rendo's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to the Chicago joint, man. I can't go to the like you, motherfucker. I can't even go to week 2, man. I'm already going to the Chicago one. We see my folks back. You know my folks from Chicago.
You did.
I was like, man, come on, man. Come on.
Hey, shout out to our boy Chris, man. Protect the shield. Yes, you know, this is gonna be a classic. Yes, it is, bro.
Yes.
Dominique, thank you for tuning in. The real Dixon. What's going on, brother? Watching on the toilet. Good job, bro. Good job.
Jesus.
Back up, Freddie. What's going on? Raider Travis, what's going on? Congratulations on hitting your numbers on the pool, big dog. That's what's up.
What happened? His rundown CPU ain't used to being called out like this. You see, look at him. Look at him. Look.
Rundown's on his phone, y'all. See, he'll be in and out. He'll be in and out.
He'll shut down.
Raider Paul with the Raiders. What's going on, man?
Rundown resides, in that electronical facility that's been fucking up the 49ers, making them get injured. That's where Rundown live at.
Oh man.
The Super Bowl sounded like it was man. See, I heard that a lot. We'll get into that right now, but
somebody go hit the mouse on Rundown, please, so he can start back up.
You didn't get to watch the
It's just an NFL logo bouncing around the screen right now.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You watched it, okay?
Yeah, I watched it. No. What I'm saying though is like I heard a lot of people have been saying that it was trash, but I like defense, so I liked the Super Bowl. Me and my brother liked the Super Bowl, y'all. Yeah.
I thought it was over in the second half, but that was not to see. So, but I mean, obviously, I don't. Well, talk about whatever we talking about when we talk. I don't want to take over.
I mean, let's get into that. Like yesterday was the Super Bowl. The season's officially over. What was y'all's thoughts on yesterday's games and what you were looking for? I know a lot of the nation was like, "Oh, let's see Clint Kubiak and what we're gonna look like," and da 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 da. So, I mean, what were y'all's looking at? What were your thoughts on the Super Bowl? We could start with 805, man. What was your thoughts on yesterday's game, man?
I mean, look, like you're saying, like I'm a big defensive guy, so I love the defensive battle. I saw Patriots are coming to battle, you know what I'm saying, on defense, as well as Seattle. Seattle, man, I hated seeing two guys that I wanted us to potentially to get in previous drafts. Devin Witherspoon, obviously he went before our pick, but he was a guy that was high on my radar, and then you had Christian Gonzalez, a guy that we could have placed on this roster, but you watch two of those guys kind of go at it and just excel on their respective sides of the football. I loved it. I loved watching it. I loved just the battle. Yeah. Obviously, all eyes were on Clint Kubiak. So one thing that I wanted to see out of Clint Kubiak is, can you sustain drives? I want to see him sustain drives, control the clock, and just kind of how did he handle certain situations, and so, but ultimately, I enjoyed watching that Super Bowl. Yeah, it was a defensive battle for the most part, and man, I love defense, so I wasn't complaining. So
Okay, all right. How about you, Turf? I know you only got to watch the second half because you landed, but
I did. Yeah, I only got second half, but I was, I mean, I wasn't shocked. Let's put it that way. I was happy with what I saw. Shout out to Ty Okada, the second Montana State University Bobcat. And,
you had to throw it out there.
Ever win the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks. That's right. He is a safety.
Oh, man.
He actually played. He wasn't just, a part of the team. But no, real talk. It was, we had people that win. I mean, obviously, it's
yeah.
Thing is real. A lot of people went to that Super Bowl, spent a whole lot of money, and it was what I expected. I wasn't mad at what I saw. I mean, I heard too, like you said, a lot of people said, "What a boring Super Bowl." But
yeah.
I like defense too. So, and then I heard the running game was ill. I heard Walker was, obviously having his way, and what I saw,
yeah,
he had a game. So,
I'm glad you brought that up. We're gonna talk about Walker.
Yeah, he's a monster.
What about you, Severe? What do you think about the Super Bowl? Are you good, Doc? I know you're on the phone. Yeah.
I was not impressed with anything.
Nah.
So only person I was impressed with was Kenneth Walker. Other than that, Kubiak was mad as hell.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
This bum. This fucking
I'm telling
bum
you, bro. He was waiting. This bum out of here.
I heard it last episode.
Now, but what's like? But like I said before, I said the thing that was most impressive about Kubiak is he stayed disciplined. Right? His play calls wasn't working. So what was working was the run game. The run game, Kenneth Walker was, even if it was a bad play call, Kenneth Walker was making it right. And Kenneth Walker was, he saw the cutback lanes. He was making guys miss the backfield. He was beating guys to the edge. He was getting tough yardage.
Like an animal.
He was out there. He was out there killing. Sam Darnold couldn't do a damn thing. Drake Maye was ass, like my God. But like I said before, I said before the game that if it's a close game, I think the Patriots will win. And if the Seattle Seahawks are going to win, it was going to be by 2 scores or more, because I knew the game was contingent upon them stopping the run game. If they can stop the run game, especially with just the front four, like they were able to do, they like to stay in too high. If they was able to stop the run game with just their front four and never have to really lead that too high, then Drake Maye wasn't going to be able to do a damn thing. And that's essentially what you saw, is that they was able to shut down the run game. And then, I don't feel that the Patriots ever really trusted Drake Maye or never saw anything out of Drake Maye to make them trust him more, to really kind of open up the passing game. Because every time they try to give him opportunity, he was out there pity-patting and seeing ghosts. So,
100%.
He was missing some open throws too, simple ones. Yeah.
He fucking up.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
How about you, Rendell? What do you think about your future coach and that prolific offense?
Hey, man. This, I'll give it to you like this, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that was the best thing he did, because I feel like the Rams game that he called was a better game that he called that game.
100,
But at the same time,
both Rams games, week 18, the Rams game too.
Yeah. 100%. He was cooking in that point. But I will piggyback off what Severe was saying, and we were talking about this in the group chat, right? And this is where maybe I'll give a little bit more extra on it, maybe because of the running back shit. But I like that he stays with the run game. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of coordinators, bro, a lot of head coaches that, they get 2 yard, 3 yard runs. They gonna start, all right, bro, we got to start throwing the ball around the yard and all that. But it's like, I like how he stays disciplined with it. If I'm not mistaken, I think Sam Darnold threw the ball over 30 times, but it don't feel like it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it feel like we had more runs in it. And I swear if they would have had Charbonnet, he probably would have been running the ball even more. I like what he did. JSN, when JSN was out, that's when he schemed up that wide ass open touchdown too. So I'll give him that. I did have to dock him points for that goddamn Shaheed little reverse shit was bullshit. I get it.
I was like, what?
That was bullshit.
Okay, it was. But can I add? Okay, let me add something to this though.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I understand bullshit. He ran that kind of late into the first quarter for the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is, was Shaheed, he's not a number one. He's not a number two.
No.
He's at best
Right,
number
no.
three.
Yeah, right,
So
right.
all you have is JSN, Cooper Kupp. That's not the Cooper Kupp of old, right?
No,
And
right,
so-
not at all.
Right.
He's still a good number. He's still a good number 2, though. He'd be number 1
he's
in our
like-
team right now.
100%. But I think he knew that he had to get Rashid Shaheed the ball in his hands at some point fairly early, just show him as a threat. He was going to be able to do that lining up as a true receiver. You kind of saw that when JSN went out the game. It's like he tried to throw the ball to him at times, and it was shaky as to whether or not he was going to be able to get open against some of the better corners against the Patriots, because we know the Patriots is a damn good defense. And so I think Clint Kubiak knew I got to at least get the ball in his hands to just kind of showcase him as a threat some way, somehow.
Right.
And if it's reverse, now did he have to do that in the very beginning? Maybe not. You could have used a tunnel screen, which those type of things.
Something like that,
But
yeah.
At the same time, it's like you got to at least try to showcase him as somewhat of a threat in the beginning, so you can get attention off of the tight ends and JSN at the same time. So yeah, maybe not the best timing, but I understand what he was trying to do. He's trying to at least showcase him as a threat some way, somehow, and possibly set that up for later in the game to where now you either fake that or you kind of just counter that if it does become successful. So was the timing right? No, but I understood what he was trying to do. You got to get the ball in his hands just to showcase him as a threat, because you have nothing else but Kenneth Walker and JSN.
But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it out there, and I'm gonna leave it out for debate. Fucking Sam Darnold left 3 touchdowns on the board, bro. He left Tubbs on the board. That man was throwing. He was off.
The one where was it JSN got open at the was
that was a tub, dog.
That was
That's
a tub.
You got to throw that shit on time.
The one in the broken play.
The broken play. Yeah.
That was a broken play. I mean, that's
a broken play.
He was
no,
running,
not the broken play. Not the broken play. Not that one. The one we were talking about at halftime. Before the halftime.
Oh, but yeah, that means like I said, if he leads them any more than that, I don't think Jason's getting to it. I think Christian Gonzalez just made a hell of a play. I think that was a stupid play call. I said that before.
Okay.
That was a stupid play call.
He didn't like it in that. You didn't like it in the moment. Is that what you're saying? You didn't like it in that moment?
I did not like that play call at all. That was a stupid play call. And you know, I know I hate this. Like I said, I hate to say if, but Christian Gonzalez got 2 hands on that ball. Like, you supposed to pick that. I don't give you supposed to pick.
He did it a couple times. Christian
I feel that Sam was late as fuck on that throw though, because JSN got him on that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was late. Because he had to wait for him. And as soon as he got him, Christian Gonzalez was right there.
So so
here's the thing.
Severe, we went back and forth on this yesterday, but the one broken play at the very beginning where Darnold overthrew him, that's broken play. That's JSN.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
maneuvering. He's, that's not Clint Kubiak scheming anything up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a broken play and them adjusting. But that one to JSN in the end zone. Look, if he leads them a little bit more, like that was broken up right at the goal line. So he had 10 more yards in the end zone in order for JSN to potentially catch up to that thing and get it.
That was a touchdown.
Right? So
but you gotta see where else. You gotta see what else was there right there. I gotta see the all 22. So I gotta see I gotta see what was there.
I'm sure you guys will cover that.
But here's the thing: is that the reason why I like it because it's right before the half, right? And you knew you had to take a shot. He was aggressive enough to take the shot in the end zone. It was 3rd and 6, I believe. It was 3rd and 6, so you took the shot. Now, the one thing is that I'd much rather you take the shot knowing that you're going to have one-on-one, because they were killing him with the run game. They were killing him with the run game, and so he knew they were going to get a one-on-one. And so you take the shot to the middle, whereas if you take the shot to the sideline and you're behind on that throw and that's picked off, you got nothing but grass in front of you to take it. But if you pick it off in the middle of the field, now you got to navigate all 11 guys across the field.
The way Gonzo would have picked that, he wouldn't have got any yardage off it. Like you,
he got to the ground.
But I'm saying I don't mind taking, because if you take a shot to the end zone, I don't mind taking a shot to the end zone. Like I said, if I'm throwing something over the middle of the field, I'm not throwing something right at the goal line or short of the 6. I'm throwing a fade to the back of the end zone. I'm letting Jake Bobo get a high point at that point, or I'm letting the tight end who was having a pretty solid game. I'm giving him a shot in the back of the end zone against a guy like Spillane. Like what the fuck Spillane finna do? Not a damn thing. Or I'm running a corner route with JSN, and the ball is either to my receiver or it's out of bounds. I'm not throwing a ball over the middle of the field. Know why you don't do it? Because if Sam Darnold throws it late or behind the guy, guess what? Guess what?
I mean, it's picked, but if you go back and look, he breaks it up on the goal line. If Sam Darnold puts that thing 5 yards into the end zone, that's a touchdown.
But I don't think Sam can make that throw though.
I got to see it all.
Nah, Sam can make that throw, bro. Sam was just off. Sam was off on some throws in the first half, bro. Yeah, Sam was spraying some shit in the first half, bro. He was throwing in the tight window throws where it was triple covered and shit. You like, all right, bro, you slinging that bit a little bit, pause, but you doing a little bit too much. But
I got to see all. I got to see it all 22 because people is that they on the Kubiak train. So they make it.
But hey,
Sam Darnold has some glare in his eye. And
we'll get more into Kubiak right now.
Down. They were playing on turf. You know, the turf pellet flew in his face, and he just couldn't like, nah, bro. I don't hear all that. You don't call that play. You don't take that chance, bro. That goes from a 9-point game, or 9-point.
But Jake Bobo versus Carlton Davis ain't really a good matchup, though.
But I know what I'd rather take that chance and throw a fade in the back of the end zone than throw over the middle of the field against Christian Gonzalez, who is by far their best corner.
Yeah, Gonzalez.
I'm taking that chance.
I'm taking a chance. We're not throwing Jordy Nelson. I mean, shit, it's
or a chance to JSN in the corner. I'm not throwing over the middle of the field. I'm not throwing over the middle of the field.
I'm not in that position.
I'm with you. It's severe. If you go back and you watch it. If you just imagine Sam Darnold making a better throw 5 yards into the end zone, it's a touchdown. He had
or if he throws it any further behind him, it's a pick, and they only go into the league after dominating.
Oh yeah, if it was more behind, it was a pick.
To the half, only up by 6.
I agree.
So the Patriots going to the half like feeling, but we in great position. We come down in this first drive and score a touchdown.
I'm saying, bro, when you watch the 22, I already know you, Samir. You gonna watch the 22? He has him, bro. I'm telling you, he has his ass, dog.
Yeah, I went back and I watched it.
And this was before JSN got hurt, though, right? You're talking about before.
Yeah, before that, bro. JSN got him with that little shit right here because what you was talking about, that corner route. Probably Gonzalez thought the same shit. Oh, bro, it's 15 seconds. They ain't got no timeout, bro. They gonna try to come to the corner. They got him with that little shit, bro. And had him with a step, dog. I'm telling you, when you watch the 22, he had him. But the thing is, Darnold fucked around and didn't throw it.
Gonzalez is a 4'3" guy, and he's 6'4" with long arms.
Gonzalez is 6'3".
Yeah, he's like so that little step you think you got. Oh, I'll let you have that. I'm gonna let you have that. JSN not as fast as Gonzalez. You think you got me? You think you got me? That's like a peekaboo, bro. Okay, you got that step. Wait till this quarterback throw that ball. And what did he do? As soon as he did it, undercut that motherfucker. And he should have had it. He had 2 hands on it.
Yeah, that was a couple. It was 2 he could have had
on that thing.
Yeah.
But hey, to the point though, to my point of why I'm saying Sam Darnold was off as well, there was 2 other throws even before that, even in the first quarter, that Sam should have been fucking picked on damn near. Then they was undercut. They all was undercutting.
Oh, man, in the beginning it was all undercutting.
They was all undercutting shit in that first half, bro.
Tyrone. Just fucking subscribe, bro. And it takes a fucking one click of a button to subscribe. Ain't nobody scared of nothing, bro. Just hit the subscribe button.
Bro, who's talking? Who's talking, bro? No, that's not
he's like, oh, you're finally brave enough to, bro. Just fucking subscribe, dog. It takes like 2
seconds.
Hold
on. Hey, but is there one thing we can agree on as Raider fans though? Because you at least saw Kubiak make adjustments, but when Josh McDaniels would not make adjustments and they kept doing the same shit, I was laughing my ass off, dog. Because I was like,
the same old shit, man.
Same old shit. Like, same old shit, Josh.
What was they going to do? That's the thing.
No, I'm saying that, but yeah.
What you want to do? No, like, because it became apparent to me when it was 3rd and 6 and they ran the ball, I knew at that point they don't trust Drake May.
That was like watching our old fucking team with him, bro.
Yeah, but let's be real, though, bro. Will Campbell was getting his ass whipped.
He got fucking demolished.
All night.
Say what you want about Josh McDaniels. The Patriots were the 3rd ranked offense in the league this year. Say what the fuck you want to say. And it's ironic that people's like,
what was Seattle's defense ranked though?
I don't know.
No, they was top 5 unit.
It was top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
You know that when your left tackle's getting his ass whooped like that, and the whole left side is collapsing like that, bro. We saw with Patrick Mahomes. It don't matter what fucking quarterback. is back there, dog.
Hey,
like,
man,
they get pressure with 4 guys, and they mixing
we
up
saw that in the
coverage and
Bucks.
shit.
We saw that in the Bucks Super Bowl. Pat versus the Bucks. It's only so much you can do. It's only so much you can do because obviously they like to run the play action shit. They like to run the dagger concept, but you ain't got enough time for these longer passing concepts. Nope. If Will Campbell out there getting his ass whipped.
Oh no.
Will Campbell getting his ass whipped. Like I said before, they had Charles Grant out there. Maybe you get some.
Okay, all right, change the subject.
Oh my Lord, here we go. Okay, all right. We're gonna move on now.
Maybe you get some.
Hey, Big Thayer ain't give up no damn sack yesterday. Big
Thayer. Hey, you guys saw Thayer out there? Did you guys see Thayer out there?
Give up no sack.
Right. Oh man. I think the funny part though is us as Raider fans because everybody was like, "Oh, you need to go for Seattle. This Clint's our future thing." I was like, "Man, fuck that. Cheer whoever the fuck you want, eh?" I get tired of people telling me who to cheer for.
Yeah, I don't care about all that.
Devin Witherspoon had a good game. I was hoping.
Shout out to Christian Gonzalez, man.
Yeah, Gonzalez.
Y'all understand? We could have had Christian Gonzalez instead of Tyree Wilson.
A lot of people we could have had.
So, I think solidified. He's a top 5 corner, though, right? I think
my God. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, his problem.
He played like a top 5 corner last night. I'll give him that.
Yeah, bro. I think he is. He consistent.
What did you say, Turf?
I said his availability.
Exactly.
Well, that 1 year he got injured. He missed the whole year, right?
He was getting hurt this year. Remember, he missed the first game against us.
He did. That's right. That's why Brock. That's right. Yeah. We faced him without him.
We probably wouldn't have won if he would have played. I ain't gonna care.
Thinking about it, I don't know if we would.
No, it probably wouldn't have. I don't know because Jacoby was getting loose, but Brock was getting loose too, though.
Brock was doing his thing.
Brock was getting loose too.
They would have had to try to put him on Brock, maybe.
Yeah, man. But I mean, shit, you guys saw today, fucking finally. Well, he said it after the game, right, Kubiak? He said, "Fuck it, I'm going to LA." He said LA first, just so y'all know. He said LA, and then he said Las Vegas. Throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
You say LA?
You know what it is, bro. You know what it is.
I'm just saying. He said LA, bro. He said LA. But Clint Kubiak officially, I think it's a 5-year deal that he got.
It's 5 years. Right? Yes,
5 years. 5-year deal, right? Officially 5-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders, man. How we feeling about that? Terry, how you feel about that coaching hire?
I mean, I'm shocked actually.
Shocked?
I'm shocked. No, seriously.
Yeah.
He thought our coach was gonna be Bootsy Collins. I told you. He thought he gonna be.
I'd rather be with you. Ooh, yeah. I'd rather be with.
I gotta stay 10 toes down on my initial take. Right, his father not really allowing.
Right,
it.
I was with you with that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That may play its way out as time goes on.
Right.
My assumption is father probably told him, it's probably not a good idea, but hey, right? Like another kid told me, sons like to prove their dads wrong all the time. So
the report that his dad, Greg Kubiak, kind of gave some praise to John
Port City. No, time out. Mr. Port City smoking crack, bro. What open hole did he miss? I see. He was just out here talking. Nonsense. Like, guess what? Kenneth Walker is 10 times the back that Ashton Genty is. How about that? I seen him.
Oh, we gonna get spicy.
Well, we gonna get into that.
I seen him do shit. Ashton Genty couldn't dream of doing.
No.
Hey, you see, Cheeto. He trying to take our goodwill, bro. He trying to take our goodwill.
Go ahead, 805. 805 was saying something. God damn it!
I would say I've been saying this. Clint Kubiak still mid. I know that's not. Like I don't hate Clint Kubiak. I just not excited about him. He's just whatever to me. It's like all right, cool. That's the coach.
I mean, he's a rookie too, man. And that's the thing, bro.
I don't hate it like I hated Pete Carroll. Like I hated the Pete Carroll hire.
You hated Pete Carroll. You hated Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
What do you say? Pete Carroll's a 2-time. He went to the Super Bowl twice and won one of them. What do you know? Apparently, I know a lot more than you.
I remember that. I'm getting tired of severe bashing Pete Carroll's age.
Oh yeah, man. Remember, my dog. Look, matter of fact, this is low key rundown fault. It's low key rundown fault because look. Me and Pharaoh had rundown on the show, and then before we hired Pete Carroll. And then I was cooking Pete Carroll because how old he was, right? Right. And then Jeff hits the Pharaoh like, I want to debate Sphere.
Yeah,
he's talking about his age. I was like, look, it ain't nothing personal.
Right.
I gotta
Don't be
defend
scared,
white.
LV.
I gotta
Don't be
defend older
scared.
white guys across America. Can't have them us bashing them. Nah, just my guy though. And Jeff turned around. Jeff, after a few weeks within the season, Jeff was like, "Yeah, man, nah,
Right.
Severe, you was right about that one."
What about you, 805? What's your take on Kubiak, man?
Look, I'm excited for Kubiak just because he's got the history within the NFL to know, okay, he's bringing a lot of good experience. Obviously, you now cap it off with winning a Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator. You know that he's calling those plays, he's orchestrating it.
Right.
Look, you look at Kevin McConnell, right? Kevin O'Connell did a really good job in Minnesota, and he couldn't get Sam Darnold kind of past that barrier a little bit. And you got to give Kubiak a little bit of flowers and be like, look, he got him past that barrier to a Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold underneath center. And so got to give him just a little bit of praise as it relates to an offensive play caller. Now, it's a risk. First-time head coach, it's a risk. But what I'm excited about and what I'm happy about is the fact that we now have a head coach that we can truly sit back and go with. Don't you even start that shit,
man.
Even with the fact that it's a first-time head coach, like we sit there and go, look, let's sit back, let's trust the process. What I like even more is the fact that even though he's an offensive-minded head coach, he was able to see Mike McDaniel kind of put together that defense. And so maybe can he take some of what Mike McDaniel kind of did with that defense and kind of apply that to whatever type of defense that he wants to kind of build over here with the Raiders. And so you can maybe take that as a little bit of an additive to what he brings to the table. But it's a risk, but I think it's probably one of the more better calculated risks we've made in a very long time. It's going to allow me to sit back and go, let's give this guy 3 years, at least 3 years to try to figure out how you're going to build this foundation, how you're going to pull it together. So that's what I'm more excited about is I think this is probably one of the better decisions we've made in quite a while, given the experience and what he just pulled off. And so I'm going to sit back and enjoy it for a little bit.
You do that. Rundown. I'm kind of curious. I don't think I've heard how you feel about Clint Kubiak. Have I?
Hey, man. This is my numero uno. This is
that's right. Yep.
I wanted Clint from the jump, bro. Now, I would sit and acknowledge the negatives first. I mean, obviously, you're a first-time head coach, so you don't know what he will be. You know what I mean? To Severe's point, when you listen to him, he is not the most fiery motherfucker. You're not rushing to go watch his fucking post-game interviews.
And I agree to that. Too.
Yeah, you're not rushing to go do that. But at the same time, all positives, and I've said this in our group chat, this is one of these coaches where, to my hope and where I think it will happen, I don't worry about him scheming against no Spagnuolo or scheming against no, you know what I mean, Vance Joseph. I'm not worried about that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he can do that, no problem. You know what I mean? And the biggest thing for me is the run game, dog. Like, what he does with that run game, bro, need that. You know what I mean? Need that. Because at that point, it don't matter what quarterback you have under center. We'll get into the debate. You know what I'm saying? If you pick your boy or if you trade back, it don't matter. That run game is something you just need. You know what I mean? Period. Point blank. Especially if we're going to start talking about getting ourselves into December, January football. You feel what I'm saying? That's a non-negotiable. So for me, like I said, and the experience he has, he done been around the game his whole life. You know what I mean? Like he's seen everything. He just seen his pop failures, pop successes, bro. Played, coach failures, had coach successes, bro. Like he's has a full resume. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm very comfortable in that fact. And like 805 says, 3 years minimum, bro. Like 3 years minimum to see what he is. We don't need to be firing him after next year.
Oh God, I hope not. No.
None of that shit, bro. I want to see if he can build into something and he is that coach for the long term. So I'm with that. 3 years for sure.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it too. I mean, I've been with you about number one for him. Obviously he's new, he's younger, so can he lead this team? But having heard the interview, people who talk about him and his dad, the way he was brought up, to be ready for this job. Even how confident he said yesterday after the game, like, man, I'm going to Las Vegas. Like, I'm going. Hell yeah, I'm going. Like, he's ready. He's ready for this damn job. So that got me a little hype. But I wanted to bring up now, and you guys brought it up already from the get-go, and the chat has already. But a shout out to my boy Q. I listened to his show, but he said something that I thought was funny because I don't agree with. Walker had a hell of a game yesterday. He had a hell of a game, right?
He did. Yeah.
And he said, look, can you imagine what Ashton Jeanty could do in a Clint Kubiak offense? And in his words, he said that Jeanty was a better running back than Kenneth Walker. And I was like, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Right? I was my first thought, remember when they slowed down, when Walker like stopped, stuttered, saw the hole, and then hit it really quick? And we always complained about that during the regular season, how Ashton wouldn't do that. He'd just go like juggernaut style right into the hole. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But having seen that, a lot of the nation is excited that Jeanty can have an amazing year like Walker has with his Clint Kubiak offense. And is that too far-fetched? Or how do we think, or what do you think that's going to be looking like?
Hey. Well, hold on.
Who's gonna start it off, bro? Because this is we're gonna start losing viewers and shit. We're gonna start losing viewers and subscribers.
Before we get to that, because I got to talk about Kubiak, rundown did. You gotta let Severe talk about Kubiak, because I know Severe isn't the biggest fan. So we gotta let Severe.
I thought he did. My bad, Severe. I thought you went already. My bad. Go ahead.
I threw some pot shots. First of all, I want to say Mr. Port City. Yeah. First of all, I got to throw some shots at the chat because people been saying in the chat. Mr.
I saw already. Yeah.
Nah. And that maybe they should have gave Ramondre Stevenson more carries, just like the Raiders shouldn't have drafted Ashton Jeanty. All love back to you, brother. But in terms,
I saw the Henderson comment.
In terms of, oh my god. Somebody said Ashton Jeanty, Terrell. Come on, dog.
Terrell David, bro, stop.
Wait, hold on, no. Hey, but look, I don't remember too many comments. But Raider Nation 510 also tried to tell us.
Oh no.
Raider Nation 510 also tried to tell us in the preseason that Tyree Wilson was a top 5 player on our roster.
I do remember that.
I remember a lot of comments, but that one was
he's not even a top 5 player on the defensive line.
or even moving him to D tackle was
as evidenced by the starting lineup all year.
Hell no. Speaking of mine, we just waiting for that fucking 5th year to run out at this point. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't remember a lot of comments, but when I saw that one, I had to drink to that one just because it was bold as all hell. So Raider Nation 510, I remember that. So I see you. Ashton Jeanty is Terrell Davis 2.0.
Let my boy Severe get his Clint Kubiak shit off, and then we can talk about Jeanty, because that shit is asinine if y'all saying shit like that, bro.
Yeah, man. Clint Kubiak, like I said, man, he was my 5th. Got 5th guy on my list.
5th?
5th. He was 4th until I looked into Mike McDaniel more, and until Mike McDaniel became available, then Mike McDaniel jumped him. So yeah, then he moved to 5th. Like I said, he's a guy. He went to Minnesota. Minnesota was better on offense the year before Clint Kubiak got there. Better on offense the year after he left. They were mid when he was there. They were top, as the rundown like to say, they were top 15 because they were 14. They were 14.
Top 15 is mid, y'all. They
made the top 15. So like I said, his time with the Saints was uninspiring. They had 2 big games. People, oh man, they were top 10 for all. They were top 10 because they had 2 really big games in the beginning of the year that acted as outliers. And they didn't score. I think they didn't score 20 again for like the next 7 games. And they lost 7 straight games. And most of those games, Derek Carr played. So it's like his time there wasn't inspiring. And then obviously gets to Seattle. And, it came out like gangbusters, right? Everything worked great. So hopefully the hope is that he basically failed in Minnesota and was part of the regime there that got fired. And he failed in New Orleans, part of the regime there that got fired. And hopefully he took those times to kind of sit back, recalibrate, do some self-scouting, some self-evaluating, look at his scheme, fine-tune some things. And he found a good situation that kind of elevated his name and his presence. Because look like this. Before last season, before we hired Pete Carroll, guess who was available? Guess who was available?
No, last season? He gonna say it's Clint.
I just remember us going after Ben.
Clint Kubiak was available last year.
As a head
Nobody gave a
coach?
fuck about
As an OC though, right? Not as a head coach.
Nobody could like. He was a free agent. Nobody.
No, but I'm saying they weren't licking him as a head coach last year.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
That's your point. Oh. He doesn't want me to say it.
Exactly.
I fell for it.
So nobody gave a fuck about
it.
this dude last year.
See?
What he did this year kind of put him on the radar. Before everybody was a Joe Brady. Oh, Joe Brady's the guy.
I do remember people being Joe Brady.
Whenever you guys get Joe Brady, I heard a little bit of sprinkling of Cliff Kingsbury. I've been saying the same dude for the past 2 years. I've been saying the same dude for the past 2 years, and we're gonna see he took a terrible job, but we're gonna see what he does with the Cardinals. But I've been saying Mike LaFleur the past 2 years. You talk about pedigree, you want to talk about experience, coaching tree, all that stuff. We're talking about youth, innovation, everything. We talking about
LaFleur's from McVay's thing, right?
McVay and Shanahan. He worked under McVay and Shanahan. He was the passing game coordinator when Mike McDaniels was the run game coordinator. Shanahan said at that time, this dude is a genius. He's gonna be a head coach one day. He worked. I already said how he worked for McVay. You look at the other 3 guys that were offensive coordinators under Sean McVay. Who were they? Matt LaFleur. Oh, he's a pretty damn good head coach. Kevin O'Connell. Oh, he's a pretty damn good head coach. And Liam Cohen. Oh, he's a pretty damn good head coach. Why don't we just follow the path? Right? They're leaving breadcrumbs for us right there, saying, "Oh, go this way. Go this way." These 3 other people have found treasure. This is the map to find treasure. We're like, know what? We're not gonna look at this map over here. Like why? Why? When you have a map right in front of you, and like I said before, and people talk about Mike McDaniels' offense, right? But our defense, and Clint Kubiak gets to face him every day in practice. And guess what? Mike LaFleur called plays for the Rams last year with Jimmy Garoppolo starting for the Rams against the Mike McDaniel defense and put up 35 on those dudes with Jimmy G at quarterback.
Did he call plays or was it Sean McVay?
No, he called plays. He called plays it was a game last year.
I remember when Jimmy was in there, he put up 30 something. That was crazy.
But the only thing I will say though, because Severe, I know you've been knocking on Clint Kubiak in his presence in interviews. I get it. I'm with you on that. But you can't tell me Mike LaFleur has any better presence.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Did you see that Cardinal press conference? Bro, there's no way.
That press conference was great.
Compare again, I'll agree with you. Clint Kubiak don't have the best presence in the world. But Mike LaFleur does not have that presence.
I don't care about being monotone. I'm talking about do you have command? Do you convey that you were the leader? He conveyed he was the leader for sure. The Arizona media loved it. The Arizona media
it's all subjective.
You know how I feel about that haircut. You know how I feel about that hair now.
He got the Macklemore. He got the Macklemore. I can't deny that. He do got the Macklemore. He for sure got the Macklemore. But Mike LaFleur, what we gonna watch Kubiak's press conference and we're gonna revisit this conversation tomorrow.
Well, it's tomorrow. It's gonna be tomorrow.
So he gonna be watching that shit with a notepad, bro. He gonna be writing everything.
What time is that shit at tomorrow?
11,
what time is that?
11 our time. 11
we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on and watch it.
And if it looks bad, if it don't look great, then guess
what?
We gonna own it. I'll agree with you. I agree with you. He may not have the biggest commanding of a room. But if that's one of your biggest knocks on it, I'm not sure about Michael.
But wait. You like Mike McDaniel, dog. He wasn't the most either on press conferences.
People was talking about I'm not caring about if a guy is quirky or nerdy. I'm talking about
I like Mike McDaniel.
Does a guy have command? Is he confident in what he's saying?
Right.
Like, can he command? Like Kubiak is mealy mouth. He doesn't have any confidence in anything he's saying. He seems unsure about everything, and he's always like, Even when he asked him after the game, he's like, "Oh, come on, you guys know I'm going to Las Vegas."
No, he didn't say it like that. He didn't say stuff like that, dog. That's not what I heard. I heard him say, "Hell yeah, I'm going to Vegas." That's what I heard.
That's exactly. You heard that.
That's what I heard.
He put the soft voice on.
He did put the soft voice on him.
Come on, guys. No. He talked like. Remember Malcolm in the middle, like, "Hi, Malcolm."
Oh my god.
This is Clint Kubiak.
Yo.
Severe's got his own soundboard to Clint Kubiak. He's hearing something completely different.
I'm telling you, bro. Look,
bro. Like y'all didn't see it when he asked me. He was like, "Come on, guys. You guys know I'm going to love fake. You guys already know that. You guys already know that. You guys already.
Hey man, look here, bro.
Like, somebody get this motherfucker 5 energy. Yeah, 5-hour energy.
He just called the game of his life. What you mean? He just called the game of his life.
The game of his life? No, he caught the
not
most
saying, not in that sense. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean,
bro. That's what
you
you
know
should be the most
important game.
Yeah,
most important game.
You acting like he got clarity or something. Like he just got done clapping. He got like, you know, he was
I just did my shit, man. What you mean? I'm tired of this motherfucker. And I got these 3 kids running around this goddamn field. Hell yeah, I'm tired, man.
All right, guys.
Excited as hell.
Because I got to go on a show with Severe twice a week, Clint Kubiak better get 9 to 10 wins next season. Or I'm not going to.
No, so we'll get to that point because even that's unrealistic, dog.
Is that a question? Please tell me that's a question for the show.
It is a question for the show. It is a question for the show. It is a question for the show.
I need that.
So we'll get into that right now. Then instead of jumping into the running back, because that's going to be a long debate.
Let's jump to the running back.
Church started off, bro. Let Unk start it off, bro.
Let the running back who played in college, y'all, just so y'all know, right? Over here, Mr. Running Back. What do you think, big dog? Genty, Walker? Are we going to see the same thing? Was that a crazy statement Q made about Genty being better than Walker?
That's insane to me. Walker is absolutely 100% proven already.
Yeah.
He's got years, and I mean, it's night and day. You can see it in Walker. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will give Janty his props in terms of the ability to break tackles, but
oh shit,
okay, yeah, you gotta be fair.
Yeah.
Straight up and down outside of that, he's basic, basic downhill kind of guy. No frills, no stop and go. Right? He doesn't. That's not part of his game. So, I mean, that's just a wild statement to say. I mean, it doesn't even make sense to me. It doesn't register at all.
100%.
No. But do you think Genty can have the same success in a Clint Kubiak offense?
He's gonna have to do some things, bro.
Well,
do some things.
Any decent running back is going to have that ability if Spytech or Tom or whoever we're supposed to point the blame at does what they're supposed to do in the offseason this year in terms of the offensive line. I mean, that has to be the number one priority, even before wide receiver, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So take care of that, and I think they got a possibility, they got a shot, but it's not going to happen overnight. Because even if you do get that, you got to think about injuries. You got to think about just any kind of, typical things that can happen, regression even, right, for players.
Right.
Sophomore slumps, all these kind of things, man. It all messes with the chemistry. So, I mean, I'm very modest about what I expect coming out of this regime because there's so many blind leading the blind, like rookies being rookies. So, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Tom is starting to show a pattern. Tom sees one thing and that's it. That's all Tom goes for. And I don't think Tom has the ability to look at anything outside of that until whatever that it is gone. And he kind of plays his hand. I don't think that's a good tool, if you will, to have in terms of being on the ownership side.
You mean like he did with the coaching search last year where he went all in with Ben?
With the players, with the quarterbacks that he wants, right?
All
that stuff. He's constantly, showing his hand. Like Matthew Stafford, it was very obvious that was his number one quarterback. He played with our hearts with that one. And hey, truth be told, I believe this is why we have Clint Kubiak. I think that was his number one. I think he didn't care about anybody else. This was all he wanted, and it worked out for him. Probably, or who knows, right? It'll be yet to be seen because you got a rookie, and now we assume, right, they're going to go and get yet another rookie in these two most important parts of any organization as far as coach and quarterback. And
right.
Yeah, tough uphill battle, man. I don't care what they hire outside of it. It's still going to be a tough uphill.
Oh, it's definitely a battle. Definitely a battle.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm a piggyback off on point, though.
You can have a great season out of Kubiak's offense. I mean, I think, again, any Houston back can. That's the thing about it. Like Rundown said, I mean, that run game is going to be wild. I mean, and again, I'm not trying to take away from Janty if he now all of a sudden becomes super successful. Right. Things change. No, it very well could have been just a decent guard. Tackle that at it. So, yeah.
Look, I'm going to be fair, though. Look, I'll be fair, right? I think Genty is a better receiver than Kenneth Walker. I'll be fair there. I don't think Kenneth Walker.
Oh, he's a better receiving running back.
I don't think he's that good of a receiver. But there's that. Blocking, Genty got to get a little bit better there. So there's that. And then it's like, but this is where it's at, bro. Like, as far as the running style, they don't even run the same. And as far as what Kenneth Walker was doing in that system, bro, that was a lot of Kenneth Walker doing just him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the holes were there, bro. But in his zone fucking scheme, it allows the running back to be able to say, okay, the hole's back here, I'm gonna come back here. Or I see something here, I can be patient here and wait for a hole to do that, right? The thing that Kenneth Walker has is that stop and start that Genty really don't have. Genty don't have the acceleration that Kenneth Walker does. Let's just put it like that. He don't. The way I see Kenneth Walker's stop and start, you feel what I'm saying? And there was a run. He didn't score on this run, but there was a run. I think Kubiak ran the outside zone, bro. The fucking D tackle had Walker, bro. Like, he had it. But he turned on the Jets and he dipped the shoulder and then outran Buddy. I'm like, okay, like that's the shit that Genty's not doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying
he can't.
He can't do that. That's not. He's not that type of running back.
He couldn't do that in the Mountain West. He couldn't.
He's not that type of running back, bro.
He couldn't beat motherfuckers to the edge in the Mountain fucking West. He ain't about to do this in the league, bro.
That's not his style.
He's not doing that. He's not doing that.
He's a tackle breaker. That's how his big plays is gonna come off him breaking tackles. That's how.
And look, that's beautiful because look, if that's what you want to say, and that's exactly what he is. Because look, if we get him going in this type of system, and he makes that one cut, you feel what I'm saying? And it's that safety. Okay, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like
shit over, bro. Genty ain't right. But he would just. He said,
you know what I mean? Like, other than that, bro, it's like I don't see him doing that type of acceleration. And that East and West shit, bro, he don't have that either. Not right now in this league, bro. He don't have it right now. You can go. We're not talking about Boise State shit. If somebody's in the comments talking about Boise State, we going off what he did in the league. And in the league, bro, he don't have the East and West side to side movement to be able to get himself out of trouble like Kenneth Walker was doing last night in certain instances, bro.
One of the biggest issues that I had with Genty coming into the league, this was before the draft and everything. One of the reasons why I had concern with Genty was when you go from the Mountain West, the speed from the Mountain West to the NFL is night and day. The speed from college to the NFL is night and day, but take it from the Mountain West to the NFL, that is a massive difference. So the question is how is he going to adjust to the speed of the NFL? And I think that's one of the biggest, I guess, troubles that he has had this season is I think the speed was a culture difference for him. I mean, it was a culture shock. And, him being able to kind of see the cutback lanes in time, him being able to kind of see defenses the way that they flow, whereas in the Mountain West, the hole was there, he could hit it, and it was still there. By the time he got there, well, now in the NFL, that's going to close much quicker. So it was going to take him time to understand the speed of the NFL. Now, can he learn and can he adapt to it? He possibly can, but unfortunately, that's going to hurt his vision. If you don't have the vision for the NFL speed, good luck learning that. Like you either got vision or you don't. It's either you got 100%. It or you don't, and you can't teach 100%. It.
You either have that or you don't. Yeah.
And so that was why my biggest concern with Genty was how was he going to be able to do this in the NFL at this speed? And it remains to be seen if he's going to be able to adapt to it. But I know a lot of people are already under the assumption, and I see it a couple in the chat, like Genty's going to cook. I'm sitting there going, everybody was saying that before last season.
Exactly.
And look what happened.
Yes.
Hey, we're Raider fans, dog. Of course, we're gonna say that.
And the thing is after free agency, everybody said draft Genty. And so they're going, no,
we
you
didn't
saw how we addressed free agency. We got Alex Kappa. And then you're telling me that we're going to rely on a bunch of rookie linemen to improve our situation? That's why Genty is not going to have a successful season. Tried to plant that seed for as many people as I could, but nobody wanted to hear it because they said Genty was going to cook just because he was a good running back. And now people are kind of now back into that mode of Genty's going to cook. No. Genty's only going to find success
if we have a better O-line,
the offensive line. So when Genty of a sudden becomes good, that's because the offensive line becomes good, not because Genty all of a sudden became this outstanding running back. It's because the offensive line finally improved. So, and if we don't improve this offensive line, if Clint Kubiak has the same offensive line as last year,
I'm so glad you brought that up because
let's just say Brendan Carroll was still around.
Oh, he's gone already. He got fired finally.
Result. Yeah, but it'd be the same result. So we need to prioritize not just the offensive line and his personnel, but we have to prioritize the offensive line coach so that Genty has a chance at having success.
I got you. So, hey, real quick shout out to MC Raider. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Kubiak, let's fucking go. I'm ready for 6 wins.
I think that's spot on.
Right? I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah.
For year one, I wouldn't hate that at all.
And then shout out to Chewy hit 500 subs.
But now with the number 1 overall pick, though, right?
If that's year one, hey, I'll be cool with that. You know,
okay. I need to see.
If he's able to lead the Jets to 6 wins, bro, that's a hell of an accomplishment.
Wait, but you guys said something, and I want to ask y'all because maybe Turf remembers too. I know you guys remember, but the Raiders have always struggled when it comes to switching to zone blocking schemes. Always, for some fucking reason, it's never worked for the Raiders. Right? No matter what we fucking done, it's never really worked. And now Kubiak is coming. That's what they run, right? A zone blocking type scheme.
Right.
So is that something we're finally gonna be able to figure out for them to be successful? Because like 805 said, we better not have the same guys. We better have added some more fucking guys to this offensive line and free agency. You know, new O-line coach. Hopefully we get the dude from Seattle or whatever. But that's gonna be a thing too. Can Genty? Is he successful with zone blocking type scheme runs?
The only thing I'll add to that is it takes time to transition from a power run scheme to a zone because you got to get the right pieces in place. Exactly. And there's times you're not going to be able to get the right pieces in place in free agency and through the draft. And even through the draft, you have to develop certain offensive linemen, you know what I'm saying, to reach their full potential. But because we've been a revolving door with head coaches, we haven't given anybody the opportunity to kind of fully implement the run scheme that you want to potentially switch to. So if you go from power scheme to zone to power to zone, you never build the foundation to be able to fully make that transition. So that's just, I think that's one of the reasons why we haven't been able to do it because we haven't given head coaches time to fully implement it and go through a couple drafts and a couple free agencies to kind of put it into place. That's my only take on that.
Very true.
Spot on.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this about Genty. Like people, what's funny is that people will make proclamations and declarations about what Genty is, about what Genty will be. His upside is higher than Kenneth Walker based on what he did in college. It's not based on what any. It's not based on
they say his rookie year with no line to block for him. Basically,
Kenneth Walker had. We all recognize Seattle has had one of the worst offensive lines in the league over the past 5 years before this year, right? Kenneth Walker as a rookie put up 1,050 yards, 4.6 yards per carry with 9 touchdowns on the ground. So I don't want to hear about who had the rookie with Pete fucking Carroll as head coach. Mind you. Yeah. So don't add, he had this. And his coach was, what about his coach? He had Pete fucking Carroll as a head coach too. So I don't hear that excuse.
He did have Peter.
People are like, Genty is so much faster. Kenneth Walker ran a 4.38 at the combine because he actually participated and then ducked the smoke. What did Genty run? We don't fucking know because he was scared to run. So I know from when looking at Genty, he probably runs like a 4.55, 4, 5, 6, just based on what I've seen from him in the NFL and what I saw from him in the Mountain West. I
don't know, man. He looked a little faster than 4 or 5 in Houston.
Nah, bro, I seen Genty get
hawked
by motherfuckers from
Bro,
Eastern
he wasn't running away from them though. He was breaking tackles in the open field.
Yeah,
If you looking at it like, he's not running away.
Yeah.
So it's like we make this guy has so much of a higher upside. Know who had a real high upside when they were drafted? Zach Wilson. Know who also had a high upside when they were drafted? Kyler Murray. Know who else had a high upside when they were drafted? Jake Gladney.
Right.
All these people have high upsides. Who know who had a hella high upside? Trent Richardson. All these people have high upsides based on what people saw them do in college. I don't give a fuck about what they do in college. How does your skill set translate to the NFL? And we see Genty has slow feet. He has smooth feet, but his feet are slow. He doesn't make jump cuts. He's not super agile in the pocket. He has no east and west game. He doesn't have speed to the edge. Where Genty's his best traits were supposed to be his vision, and his vision against faster competition, his process isn't fast enough. So, bro, you going from like normal NASCAR race or from restrictor plate racing to normal racing, right? Like the speed is different. It's a different type of speed, and can you adapt? He wasn't able to adapt year one. We'll see if he's able to adapt year two, because Genty has said himself the biggest difference was, I didn't think it was going to be this fast. Everybody's so much faster than what I thought. But motherfucker, what did you like, bitch? You wasn't even in a power in a power 5. Like you was in the Mountain fucking West. Like, what did you think was going to happen when you got to the league, dog? You was going to like just be ping ponging all over the place like you did against
I'm gonna add on, man, real quick. I don't even want to cut you off because my dog cooking.
He's not good in open space either. He struggles in open space.
And I'm gonna add on even more, bro. I'm gonna add on even more. And this is not even this is not even to hate the motherfucker. We all want him to do well. But this is just real deal Holyfield, bro. You drafted him 6 overall. You need 6 overall production. Exactly. Where I was pissed off is he wasn't good in the short area either. How many motherfucking times did we get him the ball at 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and we didn't convert? That was the same goddamn problem we had with Zamir White. And yet everybody told me and told us that problem was fixed. Why the fuck ain't it fixed? Exactly. Hey, bro, and look, when it comes to 3rd and 1, you can say anything about the O-line, bro, but when it's a linebacker one-on-one and it's 3rd and 1, I expect my 6th overall running back to get that yard. Say what you want to me. And if you're telling me right now, you're in the chat like, nah, I don't expect him to do that. Not against that linebacker.
No, I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what linebacker it should be, bro. If you think that this man is on the same level, somebody sat there and said, what they say from the Broncos? What the Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis. If you're gonna shout names like that to me and us on this panel, I better see him get a fucking yard. No question.
And the one thing that I wanted to see, even with Genty having a bad offensive line, we all can agree he had a bad offensive line. He also did not have any help from his tight ends when it comes to blocking, right?
No.
But you wanted to be able to see flashes of him being able to create his own success.
Correct.
That's where he fell off. He wasn't able to create his own success. It wasn't a coincidence that the best games that he had, he actually saw the best blocking that he saw all season. Go back and look at Houston. He saw the best blocking he's seen all season long. I think Houston just completely overlooked us. But he received the best blocking
at the end of his life.
Looking
like Legio Similar.
And then Chicago, he had that long run and he was untouched after 17 yards to the safety. And so the best games that he had was actually the best blocking that he received. He's not being able to set up his defenders and creating his own success. I want to say it was probably 12, 13 weeks into the season. I showed an example of Bijan Robinson. How Bijan, there's no blocking, but he can set up the defenders.
Bijan, he can set up his own.
He baits the defenders that basically collapse, close inside, then bang, uses his speed, cuts outside, and he's gone. Like he does those type of things. Genty doesn't possess that because, again, it goes back to I think he's struggling with the speed of the NFL. You don't know how to set up defenders if you can't assess and correctly be able to determine the speed of the NFL. You can't set it up properly. That's the one thing Genty doesn't do is he does not set up defenders to create his own success, even when the blocking isn't sufficient. Right. And so Genty needs good blocking. He needs to be untouched to the second level 7 to 8 times a game for him to find success, which means the only way he is going to be able to find success is if the offensive line blocks for him.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's funny because, like, I said before the year, right, Genty was a favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Everybody said everything he was going to do. And before the year, I said, pump your brakes. I think Genty's a good player. I don't think he's an elite player.
Right.
I think he's going to be a good NFL running back, but he's not a running back that's worthy of being drafted in the first round, especially not in the top 10. No back in that class was, really worthy of being drafted in the first round. The only person I thought might have been able is Amarion, right, Hampton, because he had the physical.
I'm still sticking with my dog, man. From Cleveland.
Oh,
you know my boy Quinshawn, man. He
got the injury,
man.
Jenkins.
Prayers up. Yeah, prayers up.
Yeah.
Still sticking with my dog, though.
Amarion was the only one I thought that, just because of everything, if he would have went in the first round, I wouldn't have minded just because he had the total package. But like Genty he's wholly dependent on everything around him. You can't say that, like Genty's not having success because of all this stuff around him. Well, then we should have just got all that other stuff then and just got a different back in the deepest running back class of all time.
Bro, right? We're about to have the same conversation about the quarterback.
Man, please. If only he had an offensive line and
right.
Like I said preseason, like, yo, I don't like Pete Carroll. I don't like Brendan Carroll's offensive line coach. Why aren't they letting Chip Kelly hire the offensive line coach? Hey, he hired the offensive line coach in Philadelphia. He did a pretty damn good job. I'm looking at Brendan Carroll. I'm looking at what he's done. I'm looking at what he's done in the league. I'm looking at what he did at Arizona. I'm looking at what he did in Washington. I'm not impressed. Like, oh, you know what you're talking about. This guy, he's going to have Genty cooking. Same shit they're saying now. Oh, Genty's going to cook.
Same thing.
He's going to cook. And now everybody in the chat, what do you expect him to do with Brendan Carroll's offensive line? Who would have thought Brendan Carroll would have been bad? Oh, who would have thought that? Who would have?
That's definitely one hire the nation just completely overlooked because they were so fixed on Peter.
Now, if they get Buddy from Seattle, I'm cooling. You know what I mean? That's a way better fucking O-line coach.
Did Benton go somewhere? I thought he went somewhere.
Nah. He's still free.
No,
we still might be able to grab that.
But the dude, you said we can't get the dude from Philly, right? And I didn't know this because he's the reason. Chip Kelly's the reason why he's there.
I don't know what kind of relationship Chip Kelly and Jeff Stoutland has. Yeah. Jeff Stoutland had never worked in the NFL before Chip Kelly got to Philadelphia. He'd only worked in the college ranks and he'd only done like offensive line type. No, I forget. He had coached one other position, maybe tight end, something else. But he had only worked the college ranks. Never even got a sniff in the league. Chip Kelly gets to Philadelphia, hires him as his offensive line coach there, and he becomes one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL.
Yeah,
he was there the entire time through all these other regimes, through Chip, through Doug Peterson, through Nick Sirianni. He's been there this entire time and just stepped away. That's who Chip Kelly decided to hire. His one opportunity to hire offensive line coach in the NFL. Why not let this motherfucker do it? Look here, Chris. Look here. Chip Kelly, it wasn't Chip Kelly's fault. If he didn't have bum-ass running back to deal with, he would have been better.
I would have blamed the bum-ass running back.
Chip might have just been like, man, just fuck Pete, bro. I mean, I'm cool with the Raiders. Just fuck Pete. Pete's fucking me off, man.
But speaking of this, I don't think Genty is good in the zone. I don't think he's good in the zone.
Chris is just hitting send.
Right.
Chris got all these in his clipboard. But I don't think Genty is a zone guy.
That's what I was wondering. I wonder if he'll be a zone guy.
I liked Mike LaFleur is because Sean McVay initially they ran a whole lot of outside zone too. That's what Kubiak mostly runs. He does. Right. I mean, every team does some power stuff too. Every team does
mix it up,
inside zone stuff too. But his primary scheme and what you saw a lot of in the Super Bowl is outside zone because Kenneth Walker runs a 4-3-8 and he's shifty as hell. So and he can put his foot on the ground, make a jump cut, make a guy miss.
Oh, you saw that yesterday.
Right? He can do that. We saw it yesterday. I ain't seen Genty do that shit yet. But I digress. But what Mike LaFleur, now that Mike LaFleur was running the scheme and controlling the game plan with St. Louis, what you saw them mainly run a lot of is a lot of duo. And that is something that I feel, and that's a scheme that Quinshawn had a lot of success with at Ohio State. Another kind of like big, like not super shifty guy, kind of a bigger guy. You know, he proved to be faster than I thought he was when he ran at the combine. But like, I didn't think Quinshawn was super fast. I thought he was like a 4.5 guy like that. And he ran 4.4 at the combine. But so I thought, I look at a duo. I'm like, damn, okay. Ohio State runs a lot of duo. I think that's something that Genty can thrive in. But you know, and that's another reason why I like Mike LaFleur so much, because that's what the Rams have been running a lot of lately as well. So you know, but I don't know if especially outside
Kubiak,
zone,
though.
you know, a stretch or running stretch plays with like, man, that's not nothing I want to see, man.
See, and this is why, you know, well, I know all of us will talk about it on solo shows. We'll get together and talk about it, but you know what time it is. We talking about running backs in the depth of it, because you got to get another. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, bro. You need another running back that's going to change the tempo of the offense. And
we definitely need to add a running back
East and West shit that we need as far as in this scheme. So we're going to have to do that.
From the O-linemen that we have right now, can you see whoever comes in to coach them being successful with this new run scheme we're going to have?
Talk about the O-line we have right now.
Because I mean, people say, "Oh, we got Colton, we got JJ." Like,
dude, bro.
I got a guy.
There's a couple dudes, bro. There's a couple dudes, bro. There's a couple
Where's the
dudes.
mute button? Where's the mute button?
There's a guy. There's a guy, y'all.
it was a legit question. Like, I ask you this because this is what was asked of me yesterday watching the Super Bowl, and I was like,
Come on, Turf.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Turf, no. Hey, Turf shaking his head, bro. Turf, no.
I see it. Go ahead, Turf.
Turf, go for it.
Because I keep hearing we got a couple.
Is there anybody, Turf, that you see? 805 already knows the guy.
Dude, I don't want to talk about
Chris, get your keyboard ready. Chris, get your keyboard ready.
We got Colton, we got JPJ, right? Who else we got? We got Parham.
Parham is getting his walking papers, sir. He is leaving. All right, he is learning unemployment.
He should be out the door already. Yeah.
Now after that Texans game, all it takes, because the Raider Nation only takes one good game for you to prove yourself. Obviously. So you know, one good game means you're solidified. So hey, Dylan Parham. Do you see the upside on Dylan Parham? Do you see the upside on this young man?
If PFF had him right top 10.
Out of here, bro. Y'all want Linderbaum, don't y'all? Y'all want that Linderbaum? Go ahead and sign him, man. Move Rodgers up over.
Oh my God! Give Alex Kappa. Oh yeah. Oh Lord.
All right, so hold on. So Turf. Thoughts on the offensive line currently in the building? What's your thoughts, man?
Absolutely horrible. There's no way we have any chance of doing anything. I mean, there was only one other line that I thought that was worse, and that was the Cleveland Browns. They were the only team that I thought had a worse line than we did.
Right.
They did? How'd Quinshon Junkins do with 3 less games rushing? Pretty good.
Why we started that again?
Okay, my bad. Okay, keep going. My bad, Turf, keep going.
Turf don't even like our main guy on the line. So like this is a new point, bro. He don't even like the main guy.
Turf, keep going. My bad.
Whose chat is this? There's a troll in one of these chats. His name Protect the child.
Protect the child? What?
Protect the child?
Somebody mods. One of my mods. Can you get on this guy?
Yeah, man.
You guys are trolling the chat. Whose chat is he in?
Oh
man. So Turf, you think we should just flush the whole thing down? Start all over with the fresh online?
But seeing this is my problem. Everybody just keep bypassing last year's debacle in terms of what we did for free agency. Like, we can just go easily do this. Like, any of these people are proving that doing this.
Because New England did it. The Bears did it. That's what they say.
Why did they do it last year then? Why did we get Alex Kappa? And whose decision was that?
Right. No, I'm with you.
We needed to get a prolific line and be able to, win some games. And in Peter Carroll's thought process, that was 10 or more. So you really thought that with just Alex Kappa?
Oh man, look, hey, I said all this stuff preseason. Like the same people on here saying, "Oh, you whack," and you know what you're talking about. You're so negative. I said all this stuff last year, and it was like, "Oh, I was negative." Bro, I just go by what I see. I go by what I
Right,
see. And
right.
what people fail to realize is that like people are, we're going to get Tyler Linderbaum. Do you know how many teams out there's fan base is saying the same shit? They're saying the same shit. We about to get Tyler Linderbaum. Not, bro. So unless you prepare to overpay this dude a whole bunch of fucking money.
Oh, we're going to have to overpay him.
We're going to slap that man with some money, dog. Ain't no other way. Ain't no other way.
And these same people that want to spend all this money on a guy like Tyler Linderbaum and want to, I pray these people ain't trying to give Alec Pierce no stupid money. Like he ain't getting.
Actually, I've seen those two names.
Yeah, Alec Pierce more than what y'all. Look,
I've seen those.
He better not get more than what you
bro. They are tweets when they say that.
He better not get more. He better get the same neighborhood of what Jacoby got. If he gets if we give him a crazy deal, I'm done. But all these people want to do all this and go on this free agent spending spree. These same people don't want to trade Maxx though. Same people don't want to trade Maxx.
See, now you just jump.
Now y'all don't want to have a tough conversation. You don't want to have a tough conversation. You know?
Yeah, that's the hard shit right there, bro. They don't want to talk about that.
But what about 805? The O line? Can it be fixed with the dudes we have? A couple additions, or like, bro, we got to start over.
I think either way, we still need a couple additions, but because Brendan Carroll was such a bad offensive line coach, just trying to figure out, can we still grow off of what we had at the end of 2024, where we started to see some progress, even with DJ Glaze and Colt Miller and Jordan Meredith and
different O-line coach
wherever he plays. Like, if we could see some progress off of the 2024, and if Brendan Carroll was that bad, which all the reports are throwing out there that he was that bad, then we do maybe need to add one, possibly two more offensive linemen to, at the very least, if Jordan Meredith can go back to 2024 in his production, okay, great. Then you have yourself a decent guard that you can build off of. Or he comes in, he is just a solid backup, a competition piece, a rotational piece. So we do need to bring some pieces in. I think Alice Kappa, just get rid of him. Don't even bring him in.
Right. Forsyth gone. Yeah.
God, he's
gone. He's already gone.
Forsyth, get him out of here.
Okay.
But like, I think we need some help. I definitely think we need to bring in some pieces, but I think our offensive line is probably the biggest question mark. Until we get a really good offensive line coach to come in here and truly evaluate what we have and allow him to basically go, okay, do we need a guard? Do we need a center?
We need it all.
I mean, but
I'm sorry, Rado.
But at the tail end of 2024, we started to see stepping stones kind of because they started to get some continuity. They started to kind of gel a little bit. And so can we grow off of that, or do we need to completely flip the switch and replace everybody? That remains to be seen, given the fact that Brendan Carroll was a trash offensive line coach.
I mean, you got maybe 2 or 3 guys, man. You keep Glaze, you keep JPJ. I mean, everybody else.
Grant and Rogers, the rookies, you keep them though.
I'm itching, bro. I'm itching.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Go for it.
You should, look, I personally think, bro, it's not that far off, bro. Like, look here,
really?
Turf. When you have a coach showing NFL players YouTube videos on how to, come on. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing? This is what's going on. This is what
bro.
Brendan Carroll was doing, bro. He's showing how-to videos on YouTube to NFL players, bro. Come on, dog. That's not
wild,
coaching,
bro.
Yeah, that's not coaching. So, okay, let's get some real coaching up in here. Colton, I like Colton for this year, especially if you're gonna get a rookie. We'll talk if we're gonna talk about it. But definitely don't get rid of your veteran left tackle.
He'll be hurt week 5.
Doom gloom turf. Doom gloom turf, y'all. It might be true. You might be true though. It might be true.
You still can't do that, bro. You can't do that right now.
Remember 3 years ago, I said it was time to let him go. Let's keep it. I said 3 years ago he was never going to have another healthy season, and have I been correct so far?
Yeah. What about?
Oh, true.
About Colton?
True. Now look, I'm gonna let my boy Severe take it away off the backup. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna let my boy Severe take it away. I'll let my boy Severe take it away as far as why we have a plan to replace Colton. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you know what I mean? There's a plan there. You know what I mean?
Now, don't give him that. Do not run down.
JPJ,
do not set him up like that. God damn it.
JPJ, though, you know what I'm saying? We good with that. I like Caleb Rogers.
Thank you.
I was a Caleb Rogers fan when we drafted him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I liked him from the draft. I think he can be a pretty good guard. You know what I'm saying? I think he can be a starting guard. I ain't gonna lie. Glaze, on the other hand, though, I would kick him in the guard. No cap. I think we got to get a right tackle. I think I would go sign my right tackle. I think Linderbaum might be a stretch, dog. I think we got to focus on maybe getting a right tackle over there that we can get over there to really fortify that over there and replace Glaze.
Put Glaze back inside.
Put Glaze to guard, let him compete in there, and still even sign somebody to compete with that as well, and still draft them up. Like I'm still doing all of that. You know what I mean? Right. To see who will be and rise to the top, the cream will rise to the top. So at the end of the day, like I don't think we honestly that far off. I think there are guys in there, bro, that we can actually use that are complete garbage. Like you were telling me we got a whole bunch of Antonio Mappies in this motherfucker. I'm like, all right, bro, like, we're fucked off. You know what I mean? Like,
so many. The guys that we've named. I mean, these guys really haven't shown anything.
He said Colton. He said JPJ. He said Glaze. Who else?
Bum Glaze in.
But my boy Meredith, I don't care what anybody says.
Meredith.
Balled in 2024, so forget y'all.
He Meredith, bro. Like, right. I don't know why he moved to center. He shouldn't have been a fucking center. You know what I'm saying?
Charles Khalif Barnes Grant.
Somebody block this man.
Damn.
Somebody block this man because he is hating on Charles Trent Williams Grant. All right,
Trent Williams,
Jonathan Ogden Grant.
Take it away, Samir. Take it away.
He said Trent Williams Grant,
the savior of the offense. People look like this. People talk about how bad the offensive line coaching was. Right, this dude is coming from William and Mary. We gotta talk about how much Genty struggled coming from the Mountain West.
Yeah.
And Caleb Rogers struggled, right?
Yeah,
and his first rep in NFL, he got cooked.
He did.
Show me on film where Charles Grant got cooked. Pull it up. You can't because it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
I don't think he played enough to get cooked though.
Yeah, it didn't happen. I was like, you want to put all these qualifiers on it. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. The man is a beast. I just think that the dude with his size, his ability, his background as a wrestler. When you a wrestler, anybody that has wrestled, first of all, you know your condition is amazing, and then your understanding of leverage and the human body, how to control it. That takes your understanding to another level. Then he got like these crazy long arms off top. So he got Tyree like arms, but he actually has ability. He actually knows how to use his hands. You know, like imagine that, right? He actually knows how to use his hands, knows how to use his body positioning, understands body positioning because of his background as a wrestler. So I just think that dude has all the tools to turn into a very good player. How good of a player he'd be, that remains to be seen. But I think all the tools are there to turn into a very good player.
He needs the right coaching, the right guy.
He needs the right coaching. And he needs some time. He needs some time, right? He's not ready to get thrown to the wolves just yet. Give him another year, but hey, sprinkle him in there, right? Jumbo packages. Let him be that extra offensive line there. Let him get a taste of what NFL football is really like. What you're going to see on a down in and down out basis. But I think we get him with some good O-line coaching. I like him. I still like Caleb. No, there's some potential there for Glaze. I would really prefer that Glaze kick inside. You know, I don't know about his foot speed on the outside. He kind of struggled, and he was supposed to be a good pass protector, right? That was supposed to be his calling card when he was at Maryland. He was like top 3 in terms of PFF. You know, how accurate senior year. Yeah, exactly. How accurate that is. But he was supposed to be a really good pass protector, but no, he struggled mightily in that, and he's really not a really good, still not really that great in the run game. That's why you know us, me, 805, other people were saying like, bro, draft the right tackle. You know, some people wanted Mimbu. I prefer Kelvin Banks if we were gonna go that route. But
either way, bro,
or I like Josh Connerly is another guy I like. I like Joshua Simmons as well. Another guy I like.
They all fucking did good this year too. They all did well.
They all did well.
They all did good this year.
Who didn't do well? No, who didn't do well? Who didn't do well?
Who didn't do well, Severe? Who didn't do well?
It's the offensive line's fault. He didn't do well. It's the
right.
You can't blame him.
You
can't blame him for having space and not being able to make a single guy miss on the outside by himself. You can't blame him for catching a swing pass one-on-one with the corner. And instead of putting a move on the corner or setting a at least burying his shoulder into a corner and running through that corner, he elects to duck out of bounds for a 3-yard loss. Like, you can't blame that on him because on that swing pass, there's offensive line fault too. You can't blame him for not even being able to get out on a fucking screen.
How did we end up back at Genty?
He's trying to tip a guy in the backfield on a fucking screen. What the fuck are you doing?
Man.
But that's the offensive line's fault. That's not his fault. You can't blame him for going the wrong way on a fucking play because that's the offensive line. Like, bro, come on.
Right. I'm so glad Raider Hillbilly said this because if we actually stood here and did a show about everything we need, we've only gone through O-line so far.
We need everything.
That's why 805 said it beautifully, bro.
Chris, don't you start that.
3 years.
Chris,
Minimum 3 years for Clint, bro. Like,
yeah.
You need all that to build where he needs to build.
Where's the mods, man?
Oh my God!
Hold on, Chris. Get this guy out of here. Don't you start that?
Hold on, Chris. We don't have to do it with Turf Lamar. I got you. I got one now.
I'm about to report Chris.
Right?
Oh boy.
That's gonna be flagged. He gonna search protected shit on YouTube. It's like channel's no longer active.
Yeah, man.
Right? No, man. Yeah. But I mean, before we move on to the next one, like the whole JPJ thing, y'all.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see him like as the future? Like how we were so hype about him being our center and our future leader, or after last year, we're like, no, they were right. He should be a guard. He shouldn't be center. Like, where are you guys at when it comes to JPJ? Because I know a lot of people want us to go sign Lindenbaum from Baltimore. That's the center. So, like, where were you at with JPJ? Because he was a fan favorite before all the debacle last year.
I want to keep him in center, bro.
Yeah?
I want to put him back in center. Like, that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think he had an identity there. I think he was building something there. It was going in the right direction. Tell Peter.
He take ownership of that, bro. Like I like, you know what I mean? He like, nah, this is my shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a center. You know what I mean? And like personally, I want that feeling in my center. You feel what I'm saying? Like I want to. Now let's not take. I'm not going to say he's going to become this player. You know, you would hope. But when we had Rodney Hudson, right, and we had that level of center, like the line was just immensely better, bro. It was just immensely better. And it takes a lot off a lot of people's shoulders. You feel what I'm saying? So if we do have that type of guy again, I feel like it can help us tremendously. So I put him back in center, bro. I put him back in center.
Yeah. Now I agree, and I said it. Now I said it initially that, you know, like they were doing, and you can tell that. I don't know what the hell Pete had against JPJ. Like
there's something, bro. Was it the USC Oregon rivalry? I know they hate each other, but damn,
it had to be something, bro.
It was something against them. It was clear. No, and there's this friend I have who has extremely poor taste in Mexican food. I was trying to tell him that it's not Chip Kelly's fault, right? That it was obviously Pete Carroll because and if you look at how it played out later on in the season when they finally were forced to put Meredith at center, I was like, did you know this guy played center before or played left guard before? But did you know he played guard?
Bro.
He had a pretty good history of playing guard. Like, oh, you don't say.
Right.
That's why he played there last year. You know, so I think they need to stop messing around with JPJ and stick him at center. That's where the guy wants to play center.
He does.
Yep.
He really does.
Play center.
Yeah.
When you heard him talking the offseason, he had already started working with Geno Smith and, you know, with the handoffs and making sure they got the cadence and the snaps right. He had already introduced himself to Genty, the guy who was going to be running into his back repeatedly all season long because he has no vision.
I like how he snuck that in there, though.
He already introduced himself. Like you the dude that's gonna give me scoliosis. Like, you know, hey, I'm JPJ. So he had already introduced himself. So it's like, bro, like why take that away from this dude? Right? This is what he wants to play his natural position. He run a Remington Award. When we finally started getting our running game together down the stretch of that previous year, it was with him at center. Let him continue and build on that, right? Yeah. And now my hope is that when I don't know what we're gonna do with Meredith. I think in the outside zone. I think Meredith actually fits that scheme, his mobility. I think JPJ at center fits that scheme tremendously. I think Caleb Rogers, I think he can run it as well. I think he has enough giddy up to run to be effective in that scheme as well. So I think if we go back to what we had, right? Minus Parham, go with Meredith, JPJ, and Caleb Rogers. I think that outside zone, I think we can do that, right? I think we can run that. But if we start messing around if they want all this other funny stuff, it's not making any sense.
The only I actually agree with everything you guys have said, honestly. My only concern with JPJ at center is center could arguably be the most important position on the offensive line. You got left tackle, very important. Center is the captain of that offensive line, and JPJ's injury history with his concussions, the worst thing you want is an injury to the center position, and now you got to replace the center.
Guardian cap, dog. Guardian cap.
Yeah, it's like that's my only concern with JPJ. Like I would love him at center. Yeah, I think he could be just as good at guard. But like I would love to see him at center. And I think this is why it kind of goes back to what I said previously is like I think it is crucial that we get a good offensive line coach in here to really place these guys where they need to be. But that's my only concern with JPJ at center is that, God, if he gets injured, if he gets another concussion, the worst thing you can do is replace your center, which is supposed to be basically the quarterback of the offensive line in the middle of a game or lose them halfway through a season. That's just my biggest concern. I just 100%. If you play center, I'd love it. It'd be great. I just hope he's healthy.
I didn't think about that either, but no, that's a great point because so far in his career, we can't say he's been the most healthiest player on the roster.
No, he hasn't.
My dream honestly would be though that we could sign a guard that's a step above Parham. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody we know that's better than Parham. That's the dream. You feel what I'm saying? And then we keep Meredith as depth. I'm not keeping him as a center, but we know what he can play center in a pinch. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like at least we know he can play guard/center, so we can keep Meredith there. But I think we got to focus either on getting that right tackle or focus on getting the guard that we know for sure is better than Parham. Like it's one of the two.
But look, this unpopular take because like I was saying last year, I thought we should have kept the momentum from 2024 down that stretch, right? That's what we should have did in the last year. Obviously, we didn't do that. A lot of that had to do with injury. But one of the things I was saying, and we saw basically a revolving door at center. One of the things I was saying is that look, I don't know what he's going to command in the open market. Probably not going to be a lot. But one of the guys I would keep as depth is Parham. I would keep Parham as depth because
not a starter, but as depth.
As depth.
That's depth.
Parham has he has experience playing both guard spots, and Parham, when he was coming out of Memphis, was a center prospect on a lot of people's boards. And he played some center as a rookie, I believe.
He did play center as a rookie.
He did. Bro, why do we need to keep these dudes?
Turf wants to flush all these dudes down the toilet.
Erase all this.
Coach is with you, Turf.
Look. And if we do that, I'm fine. I'm fine either way. I just think that if
let him look good somewhere else. Different farm look good somewhere else at center.
I'm thinking of two things. Right? And this is things you have to consider when you're he didn't get what dog walked in that Houston game when Ashton Genty had the game of his life. So or that Chicago game. So but I'm thinking of two things. You only get 53 roster spots, right? And you get 47 on game day?
47.
So if you have a guy that has the ability to play all three interior spots in the pinch, right? Doesn't have to be a guy you want to depend on for any long term. It could be a guy that, hey, I just need to finish this game out. I don't want to be turning Alex Chapel.
Positions.
Huh?
He sucks at all three.
He was solid at right guard. He was terrible at left guard, and he was solid at center. His worst position is left guard. He never wanted to play left guard.
How long has he been on the Raiders scholarship at this point?
This is going at 6 years, ain't it?
He's on his rookie contract.
So it's got to be 4, right? 4 or 5.
So 4 or 5. So 4 or 5.
4. Yeah.
But look, you only get 3. Look, you want to be able to carry as many utility players on game day and on your roster as possible. So instead of having all these other guys, you can keep some extra guards on the practice squad. And this is a guy that can play all 3 interior positions for you in a pinch on game day. and then you can take him right back to his bench role and elevate a guy from the practice squad. Or if you need to sign a veteran off the waiver wire or in free agency, do that instead of having to worry about, oh, what are we going to do if JPJ goes down and we on our other guard? If we have another Cincinnati situation where we have multiple offensive linemen get hurt, or we have just what happened down the stretch last year, where we have all these people going down in the middle of these games, so much so that we have to turn to Alex Capel, who never played center in his life, to play center.
And throw him in fucking center. Right? Yeah.
So have guys utility. Just for in a pinch. It doesn't this is not a guy I'm going to depend on, but in a pinch, that I'm using those. I'm saving roster spots, and I'm having as many other active players or useful players as I can on game day.
Okay. This is where it pissed me off that we need so many positions, because it's like I'd love to get like like a guard in the second round. You're like, oh shit, he failed. We can do that, but then it's like you need so much. You can't just focus on no fucking guard for real. We need so many other positions, bro.
Yeah, even with the guys that are going to be on this roster next year, the mass majority of them are still just depth. It's not like we're retaining a shit ton of starters.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean,
there's a lot of needs.
If only there was something we can do to get more picks. Like, what could we
possibly do?
What could we possibly do, right?
Dude, lob it up, right? Lob it up.
I mean, there's two scenarios we can go. Should we start with this one, or should we start with that one?
Let's start with the other one, because right now 805 still riding high on his Clint Kubiak take.
Okay. So we'll start
hit
with
that like button if you want Clint Kubiak. Let's go. Let's hit that like button wherever you view.
He's still riding
that like button.
So we're gonna start with the Maxx rumor, or are we gonna start with the Fernando?
Yeah, let's start with Maxx, man. Let's start with Maxx. Let's start off, man.
If y'all watching our show, we don't need to explain to tell you the story. Y'all should fucking know already, right? The rumors have been crazy since the whole Jay Glazer thing, the Diana thing and then them backtracking, and then who's the one that came out again recently? Today.
There's so many guys. Oh, Schefter.
Scheffler was one. Today was Florio's fucking organization. That Brady's mad and Maxx told that Maxx told Brady I ain't never playing for the Raiders again. So right. With all that being said,
I don't know, because Florio be knowing, bro. Florio be knowing.
Florio be hating on us though.
Look, people say that.
Sometimes,
Florio knows. Remember this. Remember this about Florio. Remember when we signed Derek Carr to that contract, and we had that out before like the end you had to release him one day before the end of the league year or
yeah. I remember that.
Florio pointed that out, and people were like, oh, why are you pointing that out? He's like, Florio's like, look, they put that in there for a reason. Like, will they ever have to use it? You don't know, but they put that in there for a reason. People, oh, you're a hater. You're a Raider hater. They always talk bad about the Raiders, and then what happened? We ended up using that shit. So, like Florio knows his stuff. Florio was the one. He did real good work on the Christian Wilkins stuff that was going on behind the scenes too. So I mean, he be knowing his stuff. You know, is there some stuff that he doesn't like the Raiders on? Possibly, but Florio been like the chief guy defending John Gruden and saying what the league did to John Gruden and the Raiders was bad. He's been one of the only people actually voicing that opinion.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, the rumors are out there. I'll say this before I let you guys go. My only thing is, if we're gonna trade Maxx, it better be for what they're saying, a Micah Parsons.
Oh yeah,
right. Like it better not be for like a third and fucking a player. Like no, fuck that. Like it's got to be a fucking haul in order for us to be able to make that shit.
As he should. As it should, bro. I don't agree if we fuck around and we just trade him for nothing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't like that. All right, I saw a message. At the end of the day, bro, the rumors are the rumors. Everybody's speculating, and that's just all it is. I saw Schefter today. Schefter, he's talking about, it would take a Micah Parsons like offer. And at the end of the day, he didn't sit there and say they're not listening. You feel what I'm saying? Right. He sat there and said, they're listening, but it's going to have to take a gargantuan offer. And if you're going to trade a player like that, that's what we need. You know what I mean? Of course, that's what you're talking about, especially if you're on the boat of saying, okay, you want to take this quarterback, but y'all still want to build, right? Then at the end of the day, I need to be able to still do that. You know what I mean? So it's got to be multiple first round picks if that's the case. Do I want to trade Maxx? Not necessarily. I'm not like itching or foaming at the mouth to be like, oh man, we got to fucking trade Maxx. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what I mean? If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. To be honest, at this point, that's where I'm at.
Right.
It's a business decision.
Yeah. What about you, Turf?
Each hand.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's a business decision. I love Maxx. I'd love for us to put him on layaway and let him go, play wherever he chooses. And
wherever he chooses or whatever's better for us.
Well, I don't care. At that
whoever got the best package and whatever team he like out of that.
Yeah, that's so what's better for us from that perspective, yes.
Okay.
But if we can get it to work, hey, have fun, guy. We'll see you maybe in the end of this. And if not, it's all good. And it's a business decision. At this point, if you got, you got to be tired of this. Like, this is, again, we need everything. And that's the problem.
We do need a lot. We do.
You're not going to build something through free agency. That's already been a non-proven thing.
Right.
And it's the draft. So we need to get picks. We need picks, and we need to hit on those picks.
Nah, in fact, I've been saying forever. I've been saying for a while now, like, get Maxx, get what you can out of Maxx while you can. His value is never going to be higher than it is now. He's 29, about to be 30. He has 2 years left on his deal.
I think it was higher last year than this year.
If you're going to do it, bro, you got to do it now.
Possibly, but last year we were never going to do it because of the situation we were in. So that wasn't like a realistic possibility. Right now is the most real and the highest value we're going to get for him. His value drops off a cliff next year because you only whatever team trades for him only has 1 year left on his deal, and then they already got to you basically got to make a decision on an extension at that time because you want to trade for a guy and potentially lose him after 1 year because you can't agree on a contract. So if you trade him, you want to trade him after next year, you have to agree on a contract as soon as you trade for him. With right now, you get 2 years of control. So you at least get this year as a buffer to see kind of what you guys can do with them and potentially win it all this year. Or, you got that extra time to kind of negotiate a contract and see, hey, if he's still the same Maxx that he's been, okay, we feel comfortable giving this guy, a 2-3 year extension and at some of the highest money in the league. But if not, you kind of know, like, hey, you know what, we're not giving you Myles Garrett money. We
just gave him his extension last year, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about he only had 2 years left on his deal after this.
Yeah, he did.
He had 2 years left after this. So if he stays with the Raiders have to make a decision, or if we want to make a trade next year, whoever picks him up, they have to make a decision, or we're going to sign this guy to an extension. Right now, you get a buffer of 2 years. So if a team thinks they're in their championship window right now, like the Lions, like the Buccaneers, any number of teams,
Commanders,
if they think they're in a championship window right now and they want to make a run for it and put all their chips in the middle of the table, okay, bam, give up what you need to do to get an impact player on the defensive side of the ball like Maxx Crosby, and you have 2 years to kind of see what your team can do with the guy of that caliber. It makes no sense for us. We're not a team that's going to be winning anything significantly over the next 2 years. So you take that, you flip, I'd rather trade, and Maxx might go somewhere and win defensive MVP and all this. That's all well and good, but I'd rather trade a guy a year or two early than a year too late. And get what we can for him and start building this thing the right way.
Is he serious? Tyree can do a serviceable job.
No. Raider Nation 510 is extremely serious on his takes.
Dead ass, man.
Yeah.
He told me something about that Arkansas quarterback, and that was the guy we needed to go.
Wait, no, serviceable job in place of Maxx.
Serviceable job of what?
He stands 10 toes down. Don't you worry.
Crazy, bro.
Paper. What is going on in here? Who is this guy?
Hey, bro.
Remember, Raider Nation 510. His takes are as wild as they come, but.
My boy,
everyone's
like one of my
entitled to
closest
them, bro.
friends, man.
Everyone's
My
entitled.
boy, like one of my closest friends when it comes to any Hispanic food. Judgment is very spotty. I don't know,
Indeed.
Look, I don't think anybody is excited to trade Maxx Crosby. Like I don't think anybody's excited to do it, right? Like,
just Jeff.
Yeah, but even Jeff, like I think we all can take a step back and go, man, we wish Maxx could have been a piece of a Super Bowl run, like a Super Bowl.
Oh, for sure, right? Yeah, 100%.
Because Maxx he's a Raider, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this organization had so many missteps that you missed out on the best years of Maxx Crosby. You missed out on what could have been a piece to the puzzle. And right now we're hitting the full reset button. This is a rebuild. Do not half-ass it. If you can go get 2 first-rounders and possibly a player, but minimum 2 first-rounders out of Maxx Crosby, given the fact that we are at a full reset point in this franchise, go do it. Because you don't build around a defensive end. Even the best defensive player in the National Football League, Myles Garrett, look at how many wins he's gotten for the Cleveland Browns. Look at how it's turned out for the Cleveland Browns. Like,
right.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to see Maxx Crosby go. I wish he could have been a piece to a Super Bowl run or a potential Super Bowl team. But that's not the reality, and this organization screwed that. So hit the full reset button. Don't half-ass it. Go get 2 first-rounders at a very minimum. And let's do this thing right. And trust me, I'm a firm believer that edge rushers don't grow on trees, so that it's not going to be hard to find.
Right. Not even a serviceable Tyree, right?
Not even a serviceable Tyree. But like, at the end of the day, we're in a full rebuild. We are. So don't half-ass it. Go get the assets. Go get the picks. That look. You don't necessarily have to get 2 first-rounders and say next year you have a second first rounder. Doesn't mean you have to use it. You could also take that, trade back, and acquire more early round assets, draft picks, to where now you are building through the draft. And I believe in order to get sustained success, you have to have a good coaching staff that can coach up your draft picks, but you build through the draft, and you continuously have assets within the draft to be able to build off of. And that's why it's coaching and it's building to the draft.
You know, just like my boy 805 was pointing out, man, how we trade back in the second and do all that, man. Look, we wouldn't have no goddamn Charles Trent Williams Parker, none of that. If we didn't do that, right? If it wasn't for the milkshake in the second round, what?
But we didn't have to put your milkshake in the second round,
huh? What it was.
We still had a third. We still had one third.
Hold on, right. We liked the trade. We didn't like the dude we picked with the trade.
No, we still had a third already. We could have still look. We'd have to choose between Rodgers and Grant. We all know who that.
That's what I'm saying.
Easy choice, man. It's Charles Trent Williams. Charles Grant, easy choice right there.
Easy choice.
Easy choice, man. Easy choice right there.
Maxx is
man. Yeah, like Maxx, man. Look, it's been a good run. Appreciate everything you did for us, brother. You know, it's been a nice. But look, man, Maxx is coming. He's pushing 30. 2 season ending surgeries back-to-back years. Motherfucker done had like a dozen surgeries. He talked about 2 years ago, he almost died from an infection during the surgery. Like, bro,
it was a staph infection. Yes,
almost died, bro.
Yeah.
You almost died. Okay, I'm about to
bro. Us be having me fucking weak with his facial expressions, bro. No, hey, I will say this though. Look, Severe will be very vindicated or not tomorrow, because if after 11 o'clock hit, you know what I mean, and after 12 o'clock we get the notification after the pressure. Maxx Crosby has requested a trade. We know he wasn't feeling what the fuck he just heard in that presser. So
they haven't even chosen a defensive coordinator yet, though.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You just give him the fire. That's all you're doing.
What time is that press conference tomorrow?
Supposed to start at 11, but you know what they do. Yeah.
That wasn't even on his radar. And this is what you do.
A nice cup of chamomile tea. I'm a curler, and go ahead and pull us up for the press conference, man. Give me a nice nap in.
Hey, bro. He said, "Give me."
I'm shutting social media off if that happens. I don't want to hear Severe.
I ain't gonna lie, man. He probably gonna be. He probably might be a little cringy. Shit. He. It's his first time, man. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be calling. I'm gonna do the live stream of the press conference like it's a golf match, like Clint Kubiak steps up to the
all soft voice too, like
he's not looking too confident right now, people. He's not. Ooh, a little shaky on that first answer. He's looking squeamish. Oh, I see you. A couple of beads of sweat. dropping down his brow on the right side.
Hondo with the tough question.
He's 3 under par. He's 3 under par.
Right?
He said Hondo with the tough question.
Hondo with the tough question.
Oh, shit.
So how was the flight?
Clint did not know how to handle that first question.
Oh my God.
Who's going to be asking him questions tomorrow? Because we don't have no goddamn beat writers. So who actually going to be asking the questions?
Q gonna be there. I think Paul Gutierrez gonna be there. Yeah.
Hondo gonna have 10 questions,
make up
bro.
some story like
I think I heard even JT's gonna be there.
I heard it with your time with the Broncos. They called you Killer K. Can you tell us about why everybody? Clint's gonna be like, I don't.
No, he better not. He better not.
Hey, no, Hondo, if you want to call me Killer K, I'm willing to be called whatever you want to be called.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I say Turf got that pappy look.
Yeah. I was friends with your dad back in the day, Clinton. I remember you. We were in the locker room. I mean, I know you remember me, but it's all right though, man. At the end of the day, man, we go back, way back. That's what Hondo gonna do, definitely, bro. Hondo always when you know somebody.
You want to tell them what happened to Chris? We couldn't find the pumpkin beer to get him to come.
Exactly.
So.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't this season, y'all. Y'all gotta send pumpkin beer to Chris, bro. Y'all gotta send pumpkin beer to Chris if he's gonna get on the live.
Hey, I know you said you had to head out in a little bit, Turf. Anything else you wanted to add or share before we move on, or even add your take on Mendoza, because that's the next topic, big dog.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you already know, man. I don't want the Cuban. I want, want to trade back.
No,
trade back.
Yeah, but tell them why you don't want the Cuban though. They're thinking they might think other stuff.
I mean, there's so many. There's so many. There's too many reasons. I'm tired of being the first, right? I'm tired of being the project. I'm tired of, let's give it a break. Let somebody else be the first on something this time. That's really honestly what it boils down to. I mean, this kid looks basic to me. I mean, I don't think the ceiling is there. I think it's going to be a wasted pick, just like Janty. At number 6, Janty should be looking like Bijan Robinson, and I don't think there's anybody on this chat right now that would have the audacity.
No, there was someone in the chat that did say he had a better rookie year than Bijan.
So, I mean, I just don't see it, man. I don't see what all these guys see in this kid. I just don't see it.
No, they see a winner, undefeated with Indiana.
I see something manufactured by a guy that's a mad scientist named Signetti. That's what I see. That's what I see. 100%.
A product of his system is what Turf is saying.
Big time. As big as product of a system as his system gets, in my opinion. And I think you're going to see it very quickly, especially in terms of talent that will be needed in order to really pull off what Kubiak I think is going to want to do.
Yeah.
He's not a number 1 pick, just like Janty wasn't a number 6 pick. And we're paying for this. We're paying for this stuff, man. These guys should be home run hitters. If you're picking in the top 10, you should be a home run hitter. There is no, well, we got to wait for an offensive. No, there's no running back in the existence of this league that needed to wait for an offensive line. They were special out of the gate. Either it was or it was not. And I'm sorry for all you Janty fans that think it's just not. It's not.
I like how it always comes back to Janty, no matter what we talk about.
Everyone thinks he's
like, the next reference, bro.
We picked him at 6. That's my question to you. I think Bijan went number 7 in his draft.
7.
Right?
He went 7. Yeah.
My question to you is: do you think he's even remotely close? Because to me, that's what that looks like.
Well, like I'll say to that. I hate to kind of be that revolving door.
Yes, he went 7 because then Jalen went 8, right? He went right behind Tyree, right? No, he went right behind Tyree. I thought that's Tyree draft.
I don't know.
Tyree was 7.
Tyree was 7. So yeah,
but
they had similar years, and look at what they look like.
Bijan was 8. Bijan was 8. I think Bijan was right behind Tyree.
Look at get away from the stats, my guy. Look at what the players look like.
Yeah,
your eyes gotta work, my dude. There's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me that you think that Ashton has the talent that Bijan does.
But even with Bijan's talent, look at where the Falcons are record-wise. Look at how that team is. Like,
right.
Where it's like
Facts,
it's not
yeah.
just necessarily a genty conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pick a running back top 10.
Exactly. Bingo.
Like you don't
even
pick
Saquon with the Giants, right? Even Saquon with the Giants, like
yeah, like you just don't. Like I'm sorry, like when you pick a running back top 10, and I've said this before, and Turf, I don't know if you heard me say this, and again, agree with me or not. When you pick a running back top 10, everybody and their mother is going to say you need to force feed this kid because you're a top 10 pick. And so you just basically gave your tell to every defensive coordinator out there that you're going to key on this kid 30 plus times a game. And when there's only 60 plus plays offensively in a game, defensive coordinators know you're going to force feed this kid. And so again, you just made it that much harder for offensive coordinators to find success, knowing that. Now, it's different with a receiver. A receiver you can put in motion. You can line him up in so many different areas to where now you can scheme up matchups. But a running back's going to line up 95% of the time in the same exact position in the backfield, and you know where he's coming from, where he's going to get the football. And so you basically just gave your tell away. And so, and if you don't force feed him 30 times a game, well, then guess what? You're not getting your worth out of him at a top 10 pick. Yeah. And so that's why it's not necessarily a genty thing. It's more of, I just never would have picked a running back, period, in the top 10 because you have so many more needs that you need to address before you're ready to pick a running back.
All right.
And so that's one of my biggest knocks of picking a running back at 6 or even top 10.
Yeah. Turf, Jeff's got your back, man. He said, I'll go first. He's not worthy of the number 1 overall pick in this draft, plain and simple.
Shout out to my guy, Jeff.
Yes, sir. My dog Jeff in the building.
Mendoza, where y'all at, man?
I mean, look, you already know how I feel about it, man. I don't think he's worthy of the number 1 overall pick. I think, but I think like I said, this regime does not have the balls to not pick him. I don't think they have the cojones to
pass on him.
Yeah, they don't have the sack to do it. Like neither one of these dudes got the sack to do it.
Mark goes to the pressure, and this is where I think Mark will make that ultimate decision here again. And push on Tom to take him because that's the other thing. Tom, does Tom really want him? Do you guys get that feeling that Tom?
I don't think Tom's fully sold on him, but that's me. That's just me.
I don't think the guy is the number 1. I think he's a first round worthy quarterback, and I think that he will go first round in most draft classes. And I think we're falling. People fall victim to the story. Now, what he's done right now, I think it's a great story. Going to Indiana, and what I hate is that people's like, oh man, Indiana, they were nothing. Then Mendoza came there and lifted their entire bro. They were in the CFP last fucking year, bro.
Thank you.
Lost to Notre Dame, who went to the fucking final. Like, shut the fuck up with this. Oh, he just took Indiana and led them to the bro. They had a Heisman finalist at quarterback last year, and they went to the college football playoff last year, and they lost to a team that eventually went to the final game last year. So it's
with 2 returning receivers, like Cooper and
exactly. Exactly. With 2 return, yes, and I think Cooper's been there the entire time, and Surratt is the guy that came from James Madison that first year last year.
And they got the center from Notre Dame. They acquired him. Yeah.
So exactly. So like I think I don't want to take anything away from Mendoza. I think Mendoza did a good job this year. He played to his strengths. I think the system that was put in place played to his strengths as well, where it was a lot of throws to the outside, a lot of back shoulder stuff, a lot of deep comebacks, a lot of deep outs, a lot of fade routes, and I think he's very comfortable throwing those passes. Curt Cignetti told the entire world before the most important game that he's ever coached in his life that what do you expect out of Mendoza? Oh, I want him to make 2 reads and then check it down. Like, that's what he told the entire world, that his Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, all he expects for him to do is to make 2 reads and then check it down.
And the game film shows that.
And that's what he does 95% of the time. And anytime when he's asked to do anything other than that, can he make some throws in other situations or making full field reads? Yes. Has he done it before? Yes. Has he done it consistently? No. Does his accuracy and does his turnover worthy plays exponentially grow in those situations? Yes, they do. It was like that at Cal. And turnover-worthy plays were through the roof, right? I think he threw 30 touchdowns this year, only 6 interceptions. Last year at Cal, it was only 19 and 6 interceptions because he wasn't playing with the same level of.
No, he settled down
him.
in Indiana. Yeah,
he settled down, but no, Indiana settled him down.
Yeah,
Indiana didn't ask him to do things that he wasn't comfortable doing. Right, earlier in the year in Indiana, and I think and some of it is coaching, and some of it is Mendoza growing. Early in the year, if you watch those games early in the year, it was a lot of my first read isn't there. Oh, I'm tucking and I'm trying to get what I can get in a run game, right? And then toward the end of the year, he went from making 1 read to 2 reads, and so he doubled his reads. All right, hey, that's 100% growth. So proud of him. Proud of him, but
patiently.
That's not NFL level football. Running consistently RPO stuff is not NFL football. Never taking a snap from under center is not NFL football. You're not going to win like that consistently in NFL. His footwork in the pocket is questionable. Throwing off platform, don't even ask him to do it. Don't even ask him to do it because he's not great at doing it. If you move him off his spot, even if he gets his feet reset, he still loses a tremendous amount of accuracy in that situation. So don't even ask him to throw while he's moving. That's an adventure. So, I mean, I did think there's a lot of stuff there that's concerning. Now, there's a lot of stuff there to like, too. But that's why I said he's not a number 1 overall.
Number 1 overall.
It's all based off that number 1.
We'll be forced to pick him number 1 overall. That is looking like that's the case.
But I think we should have said that from the get-go, though, right? We're basing this off, not that the kid is trash, but being worth the number 1 overall.
Yeah, no, I think he's a first-round worthy quarterback. I think he's worthy of being taken in the first round. And in other draft classes, if you want to take him in the late teens, in the early 20s, I'm cool with that. I am good with that. But taking him number 1 overall, especially when you have the opportunity to potentially make a trade where you can get several draft picks and transform a roster and, even get some production out of a solid to good NFL running back in Ashton Genty and help him improve and help you salvage a pick that was a mistake from the year before, so you could potentially go from, hey, I can either potentially make 2 mistakes in a row, by overdrafting guys based on hype, or I can not make the same mistake twice and then use some of the assets I get from being disciplined in my draft strategy this year and help improve on a draft pick from last year. I choose the latter.
No, I guess.
Can I say 2 things? I know, Rundown. I know you want to get after this one. I'm with you.
I'm chilling.
It's just based on some comments in the chat. The one thing I will say about Mendoza is I think Mendoza was asked more of him at Cal. And so I think he had more variety of throws at Cal, more NFL style throws, hitting the seams, hitting dig routes, working the middle of the field, which he had flashes of doing it. He wasn't great at it, but you saw there were certain games where he did a really good job of hitting the seams and hitting working the middle of the field.
Right.
I think him going to Indiana actually it didn't help him in his development of being an NFL style quarterback. Wow. I think him going to Indiana did not help him with just progressing as an NFL quarterback. Again, having to hit the seams, having to work the middle of the field, working off platform, off structure. Because 80% of what he did was damn near RPOs. And so I actually think him going to Indiana helped him progress to be an actual NFL type quarterback and of the things that he needs to actually be able to improve on and have experience in being an NFL quarterback. That's number 1. Number 2, we're not saying that there weren't moments. I mean, Arnie Garzi said, you watched the last 2 minutes of the Penn State game. You can go look at certain examples of him doing well. We're not saying that. Like he did well. There's definitely things he did well last year in Indiana to showcase that he has shown flashes of being able to do it. But it's the body of work, right? You can point to 2 or 3 examples, like, again, Penn State, of him being able to kind of showcase what he potentially can do. But he was not asked at Indiana to win football games on a regular basis. It was they won games through the run game. That's what they did.
Oh, yeah. That's top running game.
So he wasn't the reason why they won the majority of football games. But you can go back and look at and point into certain situations to where, hey, he turned it on. Great. I'm not going to deny that. But it's the body of work. And again, it's comparing it to picking him at number 1 overall, and at the same time comparing it to, can you go get 3 first-rounders?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you have to kind of compare it to. So, okay, rundown, my bad. I got more to say, but
no, you're good. You're good.
Time real quick. Somebody just said you don't win the Heisman by having moments. There's
there's a lot of Heisman Trophy winners.
The Heisman moment. They literally have that's literally in football vernacular.
It's called your Heisman moment. Yeah.
What would you be saying stuff? What are you talking about?
He was the worst Heisman in as long as we can remember. Like just statistically, what have you? Like you could have given. I mean, the running backs were the reasons why they basically damn near won football games. The offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
This year as a whole was bad for Heisman shit, just in general.
Statistically, he's the worst Heisman.
It should have been Jeremiah.
Who knows how long?
I'm very surprised you said that, Cheeto. You thought it was going to be Jeremiah. I'm very, very surprised you thought it would be Jeremiah. Honestly, look, I'll start off and preface it by saying this, bro. He wins. No, I'm just fucking around. Look at that.
That's what everybody does. He wins, damn it.
I heard that.
I'll preface this by saying this, right? Like, I'm not on the train of saying I don't want to do that at all. If somebody is offering us 3 first-rounders, you feel what I'm saying, and there's any trepidations that Tom or Spytech or Kubiak at this point have, then yeah, you do that. You feel what I'm saying? You don't force feed yourself a quarterback that I got to do it because I got to do it. Like, no, if you have those trepidations, do it. Me though, I feel like they're not going to have those trepidations. There's number one for the head coach, right? Let's just say the head coach. I feel like the fit is there, right? The fit is there as far as what type of quarterback he likes to work with as well, and what type of quarterbacks he's worked with in the past. He's worked with Kirk Cousins. He's worked with Derek Carr. He's worked with Sam Darnold. You feel what I'm saying? That is an archetype of person. You feel what I'm saying? And I would say he kind of fits into that archetype. And so for me, I would say, okay, he fits in with the coach, probably what the coach wants to do. I would say, to 805 credit, I do feel like what he was doing at Cal was a little bit more as far as nuances, what throws he was doing. He was doing way more throws at Cal because he had to. You feel what I'm saying? He had to. He had to. They weren't. There wasn't really shit Cal was on. We all know what Cal is. You feel what I'm saying? Even before this year, before they ended up getting some momentum. But Cal's always been kind of whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So over there, he was over there slaying around the yard. But he's had his moments where at Cal, I see where if they let him loose. You know what I'm saying? That he had that Miami game. He had his Stanford game where he came back and threw for, what was it, 270 something, whatever the case. He had to come back on that. But when they let him loose, bro, he's had his moments where you're like, okay, there it is. He has that gunslinger mentality. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like his arm is a little underrated than most people do give him credit for. You feel what I'm saying? He is throwing some of the throws we've seen him make are opposite hash throws. You feel what I'm saying?
I think he's got a very good arm. I don't question his arm strength. I don't question that.
I feel like he has. I feel like he has a very good arm. I feel like he has a very good arm. Some of these, because we all know what the college hashes are. You feel what I'm saying? We all know what time it is.
Oh yeah. The college hashes are lighter.
So some of these to place these and back shoulders that he's doing on opposite hashes as well, bro. That takes arm strength. That takes certain accuracy. I like that. And at the same time, right? I feel like the personnel that we have here can match the skill set that he has as far as throwing these back shoulders, bro. Nobody talks about how Brock Bowers is a great back shoulder catcher, bro. He is. He is a great back shoulder catcher. I can do that all day with him whenever I so choose. If I'm Clint Kubiak, I feel that Fernando Mendoza has that skill set, I can scheme it up to that point. We've seen him scheme up JSN wide the fuck ass open. So I have the confidence that Kubiak will be able to do that with a guy like Bowers. You get another weapon in the draft.
But you're not going to live off that, though. But you're not going to live off the back shoulder fade. You're going to keep it in your arsenal. You're going to have it maybe 3, maybe 4 times a game. That's about it.
Right. Not every throw is going to be back shoulder. Yeah.
That's what.
And I'm not saying there's not learning curves, right? There's not going to be learning. There's learning curves that he's going to have to learn. I'm not sitting here saying he's going to come in and he's Tom Brady immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to have to learn how to read NFL defenses and do things of that nature. But I feel like he will be able to do that. I feel like he's not going to be able to.
He's smart enough to be able to do that part.
I feel like he's smart enough to be able to do that.
But based on what though? Because the problem that I have is that Indiana, 85% of what he did, he's not going to be able to do in the NFL. It was just RPOs, it was screens, it was goal balls, and back shoulder fades. It's like
mostly Cal. You feel what I'm saying? I like some of the things he was doing in Cal. I feel like he'd be able to learn from that, build on that Indiana experience as well, and understand what he needs to do to go into the league. So I agree,
but man, I wish he would have stayed at Cal. I wish he would have had to been forced to continue to kind of showcase what he did at Cal and continue to learn how to work the middle of the field, the throws, the seams, the dig routes, work the field, work the throws that you know you're going to have to make at the NFL level. And then when he went to Indiana, that was all washed away. Did you see some signs of it? Did you see moments where he had to throw the middle of the field, off-platform throws? Yeah, there was moments. But that was probably 10% of his throws, if that. And so it's all about the body of work. And the body of work at Indiana tells me, damn, I got a lot of question marks. I'm not saying he can't do it, but am I going to pick somebody at 1 with all those question marks? Like, that's the problem I have, is that
now I will say this, right? And I don't even mean to cut you off. My bad, but we did talk about a turnover-worthy plays, and I've talked to Severe and a lot of people in the group chat. This is the first time I'm talking to you, 85. But there are things he definitely can do better as far as mitigating pressure to himself. When you watch film, sometimes he sometimes runs into pressure. Sometimes he does not manage the pocket well. If he learns how to manage the pocket a little bit better, I feel like he would be better in that instance. But at the end of the day, though, right? What I can take solace in that fact is I see that you have 2 straight years where your turnovers are not that high. I can deal with 6 interceptions, bro. 6 interceptions is fine. Now 19 and 6, that's where, you feel what I'm saying? That's a little that's a different ratio than what he had this year. What's the different ratio he had this year? Was it 30 and 31?
Yeah, 30 and 6 or something like that.
I think it was like 30.
30 and 6. Okay, cool. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you can get me somewhere in the middle of your rookie year, you feel what I'm saying? And he came out with, what the fuck? Let's just say 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I'm not mad at that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like he is a turnover-prone worthy quarterback at the end of the day, either for the style of quarterback that he plays. Right? When you look at the style of quarterback he plays, everybody says, oh, man, maybe he's Sam Darnold, maybe he's Jared Goff. But I don't see that turnover gene in him. You feel what I'm saying? Where he turns the ball over at a nasty rate. I just don't.
Not as much as Sam Darnold. Yeah, I don't see that.
He takes care of the ball.
You can't even honestly, man, I don't know, like based on what he was asked to do at Indiana. I mean, go look at the national championship. All right, at the tail end of the national championship game, it was 3rd and 6, and they could have gotten the first down to completely just win the national championship, and they ran the football. They don't put him in situations that put him at risk. Where in the NFL, guess what? You are going to have to be the one as a number 1 overall draft pick. We're going to lean on you. We're going to rely on you to make the proper reads for you to be able to actually be able to go through your progressions numerous times.
Now, how much do you put in the bank of the moment? Now, of course, I don't even want to bring up the fucking
Maddie.
Nah, the one that he came back in that everybody talks about.
Penn State.
I don't want to bring up Penn State. I don't even want to bring it up. But what about the moments of Ohio State? You feel what I'm saying? Because in those moments, he had to throw to win the game pretty much.
He made 2 or 3 throws, I remember, at the end of that Ohio State.
Those end of the game throws right there, bro, were throws. You know what I'm saying? I think those were some throws. And if he was off on them, we're having a different conversation, maybe. I feel like.
Yeah. So, again, it goes back to, like, there are moments where you can look at and go,
but do you put it, I'm saying, how much do you put that in your bank to be like, okay, well, do you think he can do this consistently? Now that I see this here, or do you like that's what I'm saying? That's the question mark.
See, and that's the thing is you see it. I don't know. Like I'm banking on me. I hope he can do it. I'm banking on I hope because the body of work doesn't tell me that it's a man. He can do that consistently. That's the problem that I have, and I think that Indiana played so safe with him all season long. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like, am I going to pick him number 1 overall, or if someone's willing to come up and trade us 3 first-rounders? Am I
now, if that's the case, you know what I mean? Now, I've talked to them about this all the time. I know Turk got to say something, but real quick, go ahead, Turk.
I got to bounce.
Yeah, man.
Right,
hey, Turk, thank you for joining us, big dog. We got to do this again, and we got to cover the defense next time.
Yeah.
Peace, man.
All right, brother.
Peace. No, but I talk to them all the time. Like, I'd be way more comfortable to trade back if there really was a Myles Garrett, Joe Alt type of prospect in this draft. There's really not. You feel? As much as I like Ruben Bay, you feel what I'm saying? He's not no Myles Garrett.
He's not Myles.
You know what I mean? He's not that.
Mm-hmm.
I like Parnell Tate. I like all that. If Jordan Tyson didn't have, we talked about it severe. If he ain't had them fucking injury problems, then okay, like we'd be all right, cool. Mm-hmm. But he does. But Malik Neighbors in this draft, we might have a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if Joe Alt is in this draft or Penei Sewell is in this draft, well, shit, all right, well, I see what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Let's go to work. That's easy money. But there's nobody like that. You know what I mean? There's nobody that I can look at and just be like, oh, I can see him being the number 1 overall pick, even if Fernando wasn't. You know what I mean? So it's like
I agree.
That's kind of some of it too.
We have the number 1 pick and probably arguably one of the worst drafts, just collectively.
Yes.
In a long time.
Yes.
There isn't a
future,
there isn't.
If this was next year's draft, oh shit.
Bro, like there isn't a Joe Alt offensive tackle in this draft. There isn't a Malik Neighbors, receiver in this draft. I mean, that's where it makes it tough. It really does.
Because then if you trade back to that's my worry, right? That's always been my worry, bro. Where it's like, yes, we can trade back 100%. I'm cool with that. But if you trade back for a fucking Will Campbell, all right, well, that's fucked off. You know what I mean? We wait till next year to get a quarterback, and our quarterback's fucking a Trey Lance type of prospect. We can't survive in that. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers, you know what I mean? They were built. You know what I mean? So they had the infrastructure to fuck around and be like, all right, bro, like we could take a quarterback. We looked up into Brock Purdy, you know what I mean? But whatever the case, man, we're still here. But in year 2 of this regime, if you do that in year 2, I don't know how we survive. I don't know how you can survive that.
But look, the 49ers were able to survive that because they had a good roster. That's why they're able to survive.
Good roster, good coaching, all that shit. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And if you believe in Clint Kubiak, the master motivator, then you think that he'll be able to get the best out of some of these other guys, right? So, like the 49ers were able to survive. Not only did they take Trey Lance, they traded up to take Trey Lance, right? They traded multiple first-round picks to move up to get Trey Lance, and it failed. And obviously they had Brock Purdy to fall back on. But part of the reason why Brock Purdy looks as good as he does is because of the guys around him, and because of the scheme. The Kyle Shanahan had Mac Jones out there looking good. I think Mac Jones went undefeated as a starter for the 49ers, if I recall correctly. If not, he might have had 1 loss. So, but once you surround these guys with the talent and you have the scheme in place and you have that infrastructure, then you will feel much better about bringing a quarterback or multiple quarterbacks into that situation. But if you swing for the fences now and then Mendoza doesn't pan out, it's almost like a Genty situation where it's like, okay, we take Genty at 6 and everybody is saying, oh, well, what did you expect Genty to do? He doesn't have an offensive line, or he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. Well, maybe we should have got that stuff first and then get a running back. Especially with a running back. Now, obviously, it's a much more valuable position. So it's not apples or oranges. But my point is that I think that the 4th or 5th quarterback in next year's draft class will be a comparable prospect to what Mendoza is this year. And I think that we'll be a bad enough team to be in position to get that 4th or 5th guy. And if we're not in position to get that 4th or 5th guy, guess what? We'll have enough draft capital to move up. And guess what? It'll cost less to move up to get that 4th or 5th guy from where we picking at next year. We'll still probably be picking somewhere in the top 12. It'll cost less. And if we're not, and guess what?
Bro, I don't know if it'll cost less next year because next year's draft is low.
It'll cost less. But no, why I think it'll cost less? Because next year will be a more quarterback rich draft class.
We're gonna get 2024. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna fuck around and even move a pick if it's really.
And that's what I'm afraid of.
But
that's where I'm at.
Look, we had enough. I think we'll be picking top 10-ish, top 12-ish next year. So I think we'll be in, and I don't think there's going to be quite the quarterback need next year that there was in this last draft class.
No,
and I think that this is a 1 year, this is a one quarterback class. So right now we hold all the cards. So if a team wants this one quarterback in this class, they gotta go come through us. So we can demand some stuff.
So let me throw
be a lot more guys.
Let me throw a screwball at y'all then. If that's the case, right, I get you. But what if we're there?
Time out, look, if we're not picking in the top 10 next year, then shit, we might have whatever we did.
Something went right.
We did something.
Right?
Hey, Kubiak was good.
There you go. Yeah, there we go.
Jack Besh caught some touchdowns. Like we can.
I will say this though, right? Like, okay, so because I've counted it off already, as Severe was talking about the fourth or fifth best quarterback next year. You already know my boy Arch, man. You already know this. That's done down. He going to top 5. We already know top this. Dante Moore, top 5 probably. Who else can we solidify probably next year?
Darian Mensa.
Mensa.
Yeah, I like Scoresby.
Sorsby.
Sellers. He got to get his shit together, but we'll see.
This dude Hoover, that's finna go to go to Indiana.
Mestamaker, I know Mestamaker went somewhere. The dude from North Texas.
Not to be a Golden Domer, but CJ Carr.
Yep, CJ Carr. Yep.
We'll see. Yeah, we gonna see.
The kid from USC. The kid from USC.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. I be fucking with Mike. I don't really
no,
I'm not as high on my but
I'm not a fan.
I know that's Mike. It's Mike's guy, but
we can hit the lotto. Arch.
Like
Arch. I'm telling you, Arch is real. Arch
man, bro. It's. I mean, look, Julian Saying is the guy that's gonna be coming out next year. Hoover, Arch,
the kid from Ohio State,
Sellers, Mensa, Moore. If Chambliss gets his druthers. Chambliss next year, like there's gonna be dudes.
They still haven't settled that with Chambliss.
I mean, I think he has to declare. I think he's.
I think.
I thought they did.
Oh, okay.
But like, imagine though, you trade back, you acquire 3 first-rounders. If the Jets really want their guy, then hey, come get him, and then you trade Maxx for a minimum of 2. Then you find yourself with 5 first-rounders at some point between now and 2027.
Right.
And then you take one of those first rounders the next year and trade back and get more draft capital to continue to build this thing the right way. Like we already can all agree we have so many needs at so many positions.
Yeah,
100%.
It's like it's just look, you can stick and pick Fernando, that's fine, and match him up with Clint Kubiak, and maybe if that is the pick, then that means that Clint Kubiak knows, man, I can work with this kid. Let's make it work. Okay, cool, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you see something that you could build this thing because
that's what sells me on the most for real. 805.
The fact that we got Kubiak changes it.
That's really what it is, bro. Like the coach quarterback pairing is so key and important. Yeah. Like you know what I mean? And I feel like that's why.
And that's fine. But if Kubiak picks Mendoza, then you're hanging your coaching career. At least this first round.
Yeah, for sure.
Mendoza. So if that's your guy. Go get him. Do your thing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But
if you stay at number 1, you have to pick Mendoza. Like there's no other player. There's no other.
Like if you go with fucking like who Caleb Downs, we gonna be like, bro, what the fuck? Like what are you doing, bro?
If you're at number 1 pick,
I like Caleb Downs for shit.
You have to take Mendoza.
You have to. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so if nobody offers us anything. At that point, we're like, fuck it, you have to take him.
You have to take him.
Yeah.
You have to take him.
Yeah.
There's no other draft because like it'll be foolish to not take him at that point. Because I mean, unless you just really don't think he's going to be a good player.
He's the dude. Yeah.
Unless you really don't think, unless you think he's like a bust waiting to happen, then
you heard some horror stories from Cal and shit. But when he had that blonde hair, you're like, oh shit.
And look, I'll preface like I don't like the strategy of I'm not a fan of like just waiting for next draft, like just banking a quarterback is potentially going to be there. Like
because we've been saying that since 2023, 2022.
I don't like that either, bro.
don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to anticipate that there's going to be a quarterback in the waiting that we can go get. Now, if you trade back and get 3 first-rounders, you trade Maxx and get 2 first-rounders, you have draft capital to come up and get your guy if you want to.
Yeah, you do whatever you want to do.
But like, you'll be in position anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
But even
and how awesome would that be?
But even if Clint Kubiak is good or not, like there's a good chance we're only going to win, 5 games next year. Like it doesn't matter. This roster is bad. So at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of waiting. But my thing is, in my opinion, I'm struggling to see if is Fernando the guy to pick at number 1, and that's what I'm struggling with.
Right.
So I'd much rather get that draft capital and build this thing the right way, knowing that there are at least 3, possibly 4 quarterbacks that I really like in next year's draft.
Now look, check this out though. At the end of the day, now say if they do take Fernando, right? Because I'm here to ease y'all minds, right? Now again, I'm not gonna sit here, and if they trade back, I'm not gonna sit here and come on screen like fuck. I'm not gonna be all that bad.
You're not gonna be like Turf when we took Bowers. You're not gonna lose your shit.
I'll be like, all right, here's what it is, bro. They got a plan. But I will say this: if they take Fernando, we're talking about quarterbacks next year. But we all know that it's not just quarterbacks. That's
it's skill players too next year.
Boy, what if Ryan Williams get his shit together? You got 2 dudes that you can be like, all right, these dudes top 10 receivers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That dude from South Carolina, that DN over there, that Dylan Stewart boy, hey man, he's real deal. And there's multiple other DNs next year that are like that. But so it's like, we could say if Kubiak feels that he is the guy, right? He can take his quarterback and next year be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get one of these elite prospect, right? Because I mean, we would all agree we like Jordan Tyson, but shit, we're gonna take Jeremiah Smith 10 out of 10. I mean, that's no question.
Ooh, Jeremiah Smith.
No question.
Come on
you
now.
Know what I'm saying? No question.
There's very few NFL players right now. Few receivers.
Thank you. Like, no question. I like now,
especially Raider wide receivers.
Jordan Tyson and Ryan Williams. You can have a conversation if you want. Exactly. You can have a conversation if you want about those two. But Jeremiah Smith, that's no question. But if you had a chance and opportunity to get some shit like that, you're like, hey, you know what I mean? Like to come away with Fernando 1 year, some shit like that, the next year wouldn't be a bad option either. If we feel like we still gonna be that bad.
Hey, shout out to LS. He says y'all got a better chance of meeting up with the rundown than the Raiders do of trading Crosby and the number 1 pick. They do not want the smoke from the fans. Bro, the fans will go buck wild if they pass on Fernando.
Oh my God.
And if they fucking trade Maxx, bro. They'll go crazy.
I respect it. I respect it. I would respect it.
With reason. I would understand it. Bro. Yeah.
That's that full Madden rebuild shit right there. You trade everything away, bro, and you get paid. I respect it.
Bro,
it is what
that's
it
what
is.
you gotta do though.
Isn't that what the Jets are doing?
That's what it is. Kind of, yeah, kind of.
Right? By trading away the players they traded away last year. And...
We'll see if it works. You feel what I'm saying? And more than likely, I mean, y'all might be correct. You know what I mean? Because it's like a Band-Aid of breaking up with the girl. You know, she taking care of you and shit, but you just like, man, I gotta get away from her, bro.
I will say this about Mendoza rundown, and you'll probably be happier now. My biggest thing was who was our fucking coach, right? When the rumors were that we were going to get that defensive dude out of Carolina, I was like, ooh, I don't want a rookie quarterback with a defensive-minded coach, man. Because then at that point, your OC really fucking matters, right?
Then I'm
so
all
if it would have been Kubiak, LaFleur or Kubiak. So now that we landed Kubiak, I guess I'm more at ease that I think he would know what to do with Fernando, as opposed to another coach that wouldn't, or would have to bring in an OC to work with him. Yeah,
to y'all credit though, like if they trade back, I'm 100% good with it because now we got Kubiak, and that means him, Spytek, and Brady was like, nah, we definitely want to trade. And if that's the case, then you can say, you can be mad and you can say whatever, but that's the brain trust that we put our trust in. So at the end of the day, you can't say nothing about it.
They're like, nah, we're just gonna bring back Derek Carr. I'm kidding.
See, I told y'all, bro. You over there trying to thwart away Fernando, and you inviting other evils. You feel what I'm saying? Now you don't want Fernando, but Derek coming back. So here we are. You feel what I'm saying? Happy for that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm down for tanking another year. Bring Geno back.
But I don't even think we got a tank. I think our roster's that bad. What do we do with Gino?
Yeah, bro.
Take this year out, man.
Bro. Play Aiden, bro. Give me Aiden for 17.
Already play Aiden. Hey, whatever. Tank this year out. I'm cool, bro. Like, we in full rebuild mode, bro. Like we not about to win nothing next year, man. Hey, if you want to play Aiden, play Aiden. If you wanted to draft a guy mid round this year and play him, hey, do that, man. But I am trading. Personally, I'm trading back.
If we do your idea, bro, we can trade for my real number one veteran option, bro. Go ahead and trade for that Macaroni Jones, man. Go ahead and give me Mac, man.
Mac Jones?
That's the thing. I'm not trading. I'm not trading. I'm not giving up draft capital. I'm not giving up draft capital.
We just traded Mac. We have the capital. We only got to give him a third round for him.
I ain't giving up a third round for Mac Jones.
Too much, man. Go ahead.
Didn't we learn our lesson giving up a third for Gino?
I'd rather just.
Why does Arnie think I have a Geno Smith jersey, dog? Just because I sell clowns jerseys don't mean I wear.
I'd rather just
Mac is real, bro.
Run out that tunnel, flip everybody off for 18 more or 17 more weeks.
Or Kirk. Hey, how about Kirk?
I don't want, man. I see
or
Kirk.
Captain Kirk. Look,
Captain Kirk could come up in here. He get cut.
There's a relationship between Kirk and with Clint.
Exactly.
Well, Kirk is going to get released, right? So it wouldn't be a trade.
Hey, bro.
It's like the Russ situation y'all didn't get.
He had top 15 offense.
So we can get him.
15. Leo.
12. Boy, it was 12. You keep saying 14. It was 12.
It was above mid. God damn it.
ESPN had it at 14. All right.
Oh my god. See, Kirk got the cheap. I can fucks with.
Yeah, you get your Russ situation you ain't getting, bro. You know what
I mean? I get the Russ situation I never got. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely better get your whole line together if you didn't Kirk.
Sure.
It's over. It's over.
Sure, bro.
I think that's the main thing anyway. That whole line, bro.
You gotta need a dual
so,
back.
All that.
So I had a question for y'all. If we're getting so much shit that we're so hard on Genty, why in the chat were so many people saying we need a second back?
I don't understand that. Because look, it didn't happen this year. End
the show off that. End the show. End the show.
Like, what do we need to go get Walker for if we got Genty? Like,
there's no way y'all are telling me you want to get Kenneth Walker after that fucking performance. Kenneth Walker is an RB1. He is not coming over here to split 13 fucking carries with Ashton Genty.
You're not going to get a running back that wants to start somewhere. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Thank you. No, that's not happening, bro.
He dedicated that performance to Zach Charbonnet. He said that's his brother. He said he was out there running like that for his brother, Zach. So he's already got a guy that he's cool splitting carries with. You think he want to come over here and split carries with this midget? Like, no, bro. He don't want to do that.
He just had to make it extra.
Shot at George Halani, bro. We have a better shot at George Halani being the backup than we do at fucking.
That was a cold system at Boise. George Halani was a starter over Genty. Only reason Genty even got run as a sophomore is because George Halani got hurt and Genty played well.
Hey, Buddy made a move yesterday, Severe, where I was like, I see what you're talking about.
Bro,
where he made somebody miss. I was like, okay, he got that shit too. He got some of that shit.
It's like they had a good system. George Halani was so nice that even when Genty when he got to get out in as a sophomore, he played well. But George Halani is so good that when George Halani came back, he went right back to the starter, and then went right back to a two-back system.
So, look, we need another running back.
I know we do. I'm just saying.
Kubiak does that regardless, bro.
Whether it's just to spell Genty for 7 to 8 carries or what have you, like we need another change of pace back. But we also need a true short yardage back. Been saying it since the day we drafted Genty. Is that we need a short yardage back, and everybody wanted to throw that if Jack Kent is around, JJ Pegues. It's crazy.
But like, if he's power, why isn't Genty the short yardage back?
He's not. He's just
not
too
a power
small.
back. See, that's what people think that because he breaks tackles, he's a power back.
Why is the sky blue, Cheeto? Why is the sky blue?
He has.
You know why I asked that
question.
He
has great contact balance, and he's really good at shifting his body and absorbing contact. And not going down from that contact or not really taking direct hits on him to push him backwards. But he's not a guy that's a pile pusher. That's not his game.
But in addition to that, though, we showcased it when we break down the game film is that
I've
when
seen
he
it.
goes when he tries to go run people over, he doesn't do it in a way that he's going to fall for extra yards majority of the time. He tries to run between your numbers, bro. You need to pick a half.
He looks to
man.
hit you. Yeah.
You need to pick a half a man. You need to make sure you take on half the defender so you continue to fall forward. Where he just kind of struggles to do that. He basically just dips his helmet and he tries to go between your numbers. Which he's 5'8". 200 and I think he's around 15 pounds. Do you know how big linebackers are in the National Football League? Do you know how big defensive linemen are in the National Football League? You're 5'8", 240, right? Pounds. Yeah. Like you're not going to be moving piles, and he's just not that. He's just not that. So we need someone that's going to be a short yardage back, a change of pace back, and someone that's going to take 7 to 8 carries away from him. Because if you want Genty to have a lifespan in the NFL, he's not getting 30 carries a game. It's just not going to happen. And again, that's why you don't pick somebody at number 6 overall. He's not going to be that every carry workworkhorse.
Exactly. But the point is that, and that's where you put yourself in a tough position because we want to go. I was one of the few people in Raider Nation that was saying like, I'm cool letting Josh Jacobs go. And the reason why I was cool letting Josh Jacobs go, I
was cool with it.
I don't believe
me. I wasn't. I was there.
I don't believe in paying running
Where's
back.
Chris at?
Right? If I knew that we were just going to like let Josh Jacobs go, wait a year, and then draft a running back at 6, I'm like, well, fuck it, just keep Josh Jacobs. Just keep him. At that point, right? That's bad resource allocation. The smart teams aren't paying running backs a lot of money. They're just not. Kenneth Walker is a 3rd-round pick. Zach Charbonnet is a 2nd-round pick. You know, like that's where you want. What was Devon Achane, a 3rd-round pick? Bucky Irving, a 5th-round pick. Kyron Williams, a 4th-round pick. Like Blake Corum, was he a 2nd, 3rd-round? Like
Kyron Williams wasn't even the best running back in Notre Dame that
year.
Bro,
the only time you spend a top 10 pick, it's really not necessary to do it. As much as I'm a running back guy, you really shouldn't. Yeah. But the only time you ever do it is if you get somebody that's just generational. Look. People will throw, but he is. No, he's not. All right. Saquon is that. Derrick Henry is that. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes are that.
Jonathan Taylor, 2nd-round pick.
Is that?
No, Jonathan Taylor.
2nd-round guy.
They're you know what I mean? Right now, we can't say that. We're not saying that here. Maybe he does get there. But right now, we can't say that based on what we have of 17 games worth of film. And yes, there are offensive line troubles in there, but there are things that you can be. Yeah, you got to work on that, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You got to work on that. If you draft the 6 overall, you definitely got to be better than that. This is just what it is, bro. That's the standard that everybody got to hold this shit to, bro. No more mediocrity, and that's where we fall into. We just fall into the mediocrity. Oh, because we drafted her and we saw that.
And the thing is, the mass majority of starting running backs, you just go look at it. Like injuries happen way too damn often, and that's why you need a good quality backup to step in and not fall off too much, right? So
like Walker and Charbonnet.
When you spend that capital, right, a number 6 overall on a running back, and history tells you a lot of running backs get hurt. That's a big risk, but you got to bring in somebody that's going to be a backup. Again, like I'd like a Tyler Algier, I'd like a Rico Dowdle. You know, bring in somebody.
Rico Dowdle, that'd be nice.
Oh, you wanted Rico? That's right.
I wanted Rico last year.
Yeah, anybody wanted Rico last year. I mean, I like Rico when he was with the Cowboys. Nice. Rico not coming here because Rico wants to be the number 1 guy. But that's why drafting a running back at 6 is so bad because you could get a guy like Rico Dowdle as your RB1 and pair him with a nice RB2 and share a backfield, right? Like
how y'all feel about ETN?
Dude, I told you, ETN, man.
I don't want to pay that type of money.
He might be.
He's going to demand money, though.
Yeah,
he's going to demand money, though.
From the Jags?
Yeah, from the Jags. He's free.
This is why, like, I like Josh Jacobs. Don't get me wrong, man. I love Josh Jacobs. But the thing is I'm not going to pay a running back when I can invest that money into an offensive line, which I'm a firm believer you build in the trenches. And so if you have a top 10 offensive line, not only can you put a 2nd, 3rd, 4th round running back there and get the production that you need out of a running back, but at the same time, you protect your quarterback.
That's what we need. Oh my God.
So take that money that you would invest in that running back, invest in the offensive line, have the best offensive line you can get.
And look,
that's
I already got two
No
dudes
way.
in the draft. I'm looking at, bro.
Look,
His value is 6.3 million.
people don't want to I don't want to
you
jinx
doing
it. It's not really a jinx because it's consistently happened. Genty's gonna get hurt next year. The chances of him being hurt next year are extremely high. Genty was top. I think it was 6th or 7th in the league in terms of just carries.
Carries.
That's not even counting his catches. So like when a running back takes those kind of hits, they usually get hurt the next year. I look at Saquon Barkley, his rookie year. He led the league in scrimmage yards as a rookie behind the bad Giants offensive line. That's giant shit, right? That's generational shit. Next year he was hurt. You look at I always go back to Larry Johnson. He was with the Chiefs. He led the league in carries, hurt. What's my guy from Oklahoma? It was with the Cowboys and with the Eagles.
DeMarco Murray, man. DeMarco Murray.
Led the league in rushing and carries next year.
My
Hurt.
guy, bro.
David Johnson, when he was with the Cardinals, led the league in carries next year. Hurt. Christian McCaffrey led the league in touches next year. Hurt. Josh Jacobs, he led the league.
He
in
was
rushing
hurt the next year. Yep.
Next year, he's banged up and hurt. Then he goes to Green Bay. He's top 3 in rushing. What happens this year? He's hurt again. So that's what happens with backs. They take that kind of physicality. They're good, and then they're hurt.
They get hurt.
And that's what's going to end up happening to Genty. He's going to probably be hurt at some point next year. And then we have to look at who's his fucking backup. Nobody.
No, we gotta get it. We gotta get his backup.
But to tell y'all the truth and real talk, to y'all credit, bro, that is exactly why Kenneth Walker looked the way he looked in this playoff run, bro. Because he was fresh. He was fucking fresh.
Oh, he was hella fresh.
He had all year sharing these carries with Charbonnet, bro. And all year sharing these carries with Charbonnet, and at the right time when they needed his body to be healthy, he was ready to go and actually shoulder what they needed him to shoulder, bro. So that even plays into that fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. See, I love having y'all on here. This is awesome. I love it.
If you want the chat to just be pissed off all day, probably. Yeah.
They get over it. They come back. We all come back. Hey, fucking agree to disagree. God damn it. We got the fan police alarm for whenever people get carried away.
I made some enemies today, man, you know. Like
you known for that, yeah.
I make enemies all off season. Trust me.
Oh, my boy said Marshawn Lynch was definitely worth a top 10 pick.
No,
he's
good. But again, everything that comes with picking a running back at top 10, like it's just you're picking top 10 because
but time out. I mean, let me ask the guy this. see, but this is why people. I don't want to call people out because I hate doing it, but like this is people. You realize people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Who drafted Marshawn Lynch, and was he worth a top 10 pick to that team?
Buffalo,
it was the Bills.
Buffalo, so
top 10 pick to them, was he?
No, he was not.
He was not.
No, he was not.
Now and look, it's in the running back position is completely different. If you go back 20 years, back when teams won through the running game, like it was a prominent position. I'd say even 30 years ago, right? Where people actually paid money for running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like people dropped bank to go acquire a running back because they were valued. And
that was back in the day, though.
That was back in the day. Back then, okay, you could talk about prioritizing the running back position because that's what people leaned on. That's what teams won through because the quarterback position. You want to talk about like Trent Dilfer back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like you could lean on the running game. Today it's very different because the game is just that much more physical and it's much more demanding as it relates to just the way that the game is played. And so now teams know and understand, look, running backs, they get hurt. You're most likely you're going to see injuries in your running back room. And so you got to have a good 1-2 punch. You got to have a running back by rotation. Even if you even look at the running backs that were picked fairly high, like a Trayvon Henderson, right? Quinshon Judkins. There's still a rotation in that backfield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
The Pats started that shit with their fucking running backs by committee. Yeah.
Talk to him, Rick. 805 might not agree, but the Browns stole my draft, damn it. I wanted Judkins and I wanted Mason Graham.
Look, Mason Graham.
I would love that draft, bro.
Look at what Mason Graham did. Look at what Mason Graham did that first half of the season, he was looking horrible. He didn't even register a sack this year. Didn't even register a single sack this year. All right, and he was probably in the best situation possible with a Myles Garrett defensive line.
Oh, he's got Myles there.
Myles Garrett was going to get doubled and triple teamed all game long, right? And I had concerns with Mason Graham, and everybody gave me shit about it. Prior to that bye week, people were like, I don't know about this Mason Graham kid. There was a lot of question marks. He started to turn on second half of the season, right? But in a weak defensive line class, he didn't even make the All-Pro rookie team. In a weak defensive line class.
The first half was bad, man. We figured it out.
It was a bad first half.
We figured it out a little bit. I'll give him his credit. I think he turned it on a little bit, but he didn't even make he was a top 5 pick. He was a number 5 pick overall. And he didn't even make the All-Pro.
You're saying because he was number 5, he should have made it.
He should have been best. On one of the best interior D lineman fronts, on one of the best defenses. So he didn't get the double. He didn't get the double consistently. He got singled up more than not. And so you would think if he was the monster that everybody was talking about, then he would have crushed it. But he wasn't even the best D lineman in the rookie draft class.
Right.
So again,
who was?
Could he develop? Could he grow? Of course. But that was my concern, and he started to show that at the beginning of that first half of the season.
Yeah, first half. You know, the second half, intrigued me or gave me some confidence in him. Where I was like, okay, he's figuring it out at least. He's figuring it out.
I think that second half shows that yes, he could definitely be something.
No.
He got drafted to one of the best situations for an interior defensive lineman on that. And couldn't even register a single sack.
Now, if we had a Browns type draft, because he's shit Schlesinger, bro. Did he win defensive rookie of the year?
Exactly, just so he can do Schlesinger. Yeah, he did, right?
I think Mason Graham made the PWA rookie team though, but I saw the Ashton Genty though, so I think that was just that's just.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was just politics.
Yeah, so
that's that motherfucker that voted for Justin Herbert for the MVP. One vote.
Oh, the one dude who voted him for it. What the fuck was that? Oh my god!
On Twitter and announced it, like, bro, we did not need to know this information, bro. Like, I don't know why you even said this.
Right. Yeah. No.
I mean, or we could have just drafted the guy who I thought should have been
T-Mac.
Pick.
T-Mac.
Oh yeah.
T-Mac.
Tedero.
Is that who you were gonna say?
Cussing up a storm, bro.
Yeah,
T-Mac would have been cussing up a storm.
Yeah. He would have been. Hey, he would have still got his though. He would still got his.
Motherfucker mad as hell, boy.
And you think about value wise, you draft a receiver like him, you get him for the cheap for the next couple fucking years.
Exactly.
Bro. Receivers are expensive, big dog.
That's why. As much as you can make the argument that a receiver is as good as his running back, or his quarterback, or the offensive line. On the flip side, if you can get yourself a top 5 receiver on a rookie contract, I think Tedero McMillan right now, contract wise, I think he's the 40th highest paid receiver in the National Football League.
Yep.
Under that rookie contract. Imagine if he becomes a top 10 receiver, he's gonna get paid like the 40th paid receiver.
That's crazy.
Right? It's wild. But Genty.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Look. This is these Raiders fans, bro.
What happened?
Isn't after seeing Tedero win Rookie of the Year? It's like,
oh my God.
And you still don't want him because you don't watch film.
Of the year. Like, but this dude is trying to convince us that Genty is the guy.
Oh my
It's
Lord.
like, come the
But Raider DeValian, yes, that was him. But guess what? That clip was in the cafeteria when he was a freshman at Arizona State, where some random ass person got
context matters, bro.
Like, he's a freshman. He just came off of probably being an absolute stud at his high school. And now he goes to a college, and he's probably sitting there going, in high school, maybe he didn't watch a lot of game film because he was just that good.
He didn't have to. Yeah.
Shit,
he didn't have to.
Guess what?
Look, there are certain things that you do in life that you don't like doing, but you do them because you're supposed to do them. Like, I don't like washing my car every 3 days, but I do it because I like my car being clean. I know if I want to be a good football player, I understand that I have to watch film. That's just part of it. I don't like going to work, but I also like having a house. and having money in my pocket and eating. So I realize there are things I have to do in order to make these other things happen. So I do them, and so it's like nobody like that's like somebody going up to you in high school and like, oh man, do you like doing homework? Like you say, nah, man, I don't like doing homework. Oh, so you like being stupid? Oh, you like being a dumbass? You don't like doing homework? You like just being an idiot and not knowing anything? Like, no, bro, I just don't like doing homework.
Severe. Oh my god!
These are real, actual people.
There's nothing more to say other than he just won Rookie of the Year, bro. I doubt he has any fucking trepidations of watching film anymore. I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't see it.
But and you had Bryce Young as your quarterback, and I'm like, Bryce Young isn't the best quarterback in the world. Like you got
I like Bryce
Young. Imagine if he was with a top 5 quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he's got Bryce.
Damage he could have done. And so at the end of the day, T-Mac, severe top guy. That was my number one. If I didn't go T-Mac, I'd go Kelvin Banks. You know what I'm saying? And so try to shore up that offensive line. But at the end of the day, you want to go after guys that if you get them on a rookie contract, again, it's a quarterback, number 1 receiver, edge rusher, number 1 corner, left tackle. If you can get guys like that on a rookie contract, man, that helps with being able to address the salary cap and get guys in the offseason. Yeah. So those are the position groups I definitely look for.
Hey, real quick before we get on out of here, I want to ask 805 one question. All right, one question, because he gonna settle a debate for us that we've had.
Oh, shit.
Like I heard a tone, so I gotta ask the question. If you were picking and you're the GM, are you gonna pick Bryce Young or for Fernando Mendoza?
Oh my lord, he went there.
Shit.
What'd you do?
Oh God, Bryce Young or Fernando Mendoza?
Mm-hmm. College. Think about college. Don't think about
college. You're basing it off their college career, not what you've seen Bryce in the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah, clarify that. It's based on the college career.
Sure.
Get run down.
Dude, I gotta go back and look because, like, honestly, I'll be real with you guys. I wasn't a big Bryce Young fan. I was more of a CJ Stroud guy.
I think most of us said that in the chat that day. We also were CJ Stroud fans.
Why? But why 805? Was it the size?
No, I honestly, I think for CJ Stroud, I guess in my opinion, he just the
okay. So let's do it like this. Coming out of college.
Yeah.
Now, coming out of college.
The answer's clear.
So coming out of college, I would I think I'd take Bryce Young.
Oh, see?
Wow. Can you share why? Can you share why?
Look, people forget they were calling Bryce Young Steph Curry on a football field. They were saying the way he throws with anticipation. He was running in an NFL type system because Bill O'Brien was the offensive coordinator at that time. People were super high on Bryce Young, his ability to process. The only knock against Bryce was his height.
The size.
And people didn't feel that bad about it because at that time, people weren't shitting on Kyler Murray as much because Kyler Murray was coming off like a pretty good year. Obviously, Russell Wilson had success. Baker Mayfield was kind of having some success. So people weren't as concerned about the size. So if he was so that lets you know one other thing, rundown, because you think you're slick. You think you're slick. I'm on to you. I'm taking
him over Bryce Young.
I'm gonna get in contact with your programmers. But so that lets you know. So look, if he's taking Bryce Young over Fernando Mendoza, what do you think he's doing with CJ Stroud in terms of Fernando Mendoza? I
told you no, wait.
No, we had a whole argument. He was going back and forth.
You're right. No, you're right. I said that at first. But this was after CJ Stroud threw 4 fucking bacon.
It was after that game. Yeah. It was after that game.
This was after the worst quarterback performance we've seen.
That shit, bro. That motherfucker. Yeah.
It was the worst.
He went out there and threw 4 fucking Philly cheesesteaks, boy. This was bad.
Since we seen Nathan Peterman, how did he throw 3 pick sixes in one game? Was that Nathan
Peterman? So. It was some bullshit like that.
Yeah, nah. And fucking Chris don't make it no better either. So it's like, all right, bro. Like at that point, it's like we falling into the fucking trap. We followed him to the track.
But if you take a look at literally what Fernando Mendoza was asked to do in college versus what Bryce Young was asked to do in college, Bryce Young was asked to do, and you can that senior year obviously was hurt and stuff like that. But you look at the year prior with Bryce Young, the amount that he was asked to do. A lot of people have made the comparison of Fernando versus what's his name?
Jared Goff?
No, what's his face over Burrow?
Like,
yeah, that's dumb, bro. We're not. Yeah,
but Jared Goff, yes, we can debate that all day. But no,
the thing is that Fernando Mendoza went to every single game knowing that I have to hand the ball off 35 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what he knew. The run game was going to win them the football game, right? Like that's what the game plan was, and all he had to do was hit the RPOs, which because the run game was so damn good, the RPOs were open a lot of the time.
Did Bryce Young not play with Jahmyr Gibbs?
He did.
No, he had talent, but the thing is, the thing is that when you go into games with Bryce Young knew that he was going to also have to throw the ball 30 plus times in order to continue to move the ball, and it's going to rely on him a lot of the time to win football games. Where Mendoza really wasn't put in that position, at least not a lot, and it was such a safe quarterback-friendly offense. That it's just like, it's a toss-up. That's a hard one.
He wasn't asked to make full field reads on a consistent basis.
No, he's one read to check down. That's what Mendoza was. Rarely did he have to go through his first, second, all the way to his fourth read. Rarely did he have to do it. He basically was one read to check down. The amount of times that he checked down to his running back was crazy.
Read this one.
And to the guy
Joey Harrington, bro.
Who the? Y'all going to
That was before you. That was before you.
Harrington was Oregon quarterback. People thought he was going to be a dog.
That's before my time, man.
Yeah, Joey Harrington was a jag. He was a jag.
He was projected to be one of them ones.
He's expected to be good. He's expected to be good. I don't say like super.
And
good.
to the people in the chat taking Mendoza over CJ, you guys are thinking the playoff interception.
Exactly.
In college, CJ didn't turn the ball over like that
at all.
We're telling you, college. Yeah.
It's like this. Okay. For all you people taking Sam Mendoza is better than CJ Stroud, then what I expect Mendoza to do next year is to put up the best rookie quarterback performance you've ever seen.
He was a line coach.
Win the division, go to the playoffs, win the game in the playoffs. And then the next year, win the division, go to the playoffs, and win a game in the playoffs. And then the next year, go to the playoffs and win a game. So all you people saying that, I hope you realizing that I'm expecting
you just raised the bar.
Quarterback performance you've ever seen in your life. Because that's
I'm with Bryce. See, that's where y'all be fucking up, man. Y'all gotta get y'all goddamn arguments right. I'm over here with Bryce Young. The Bryce
I know.
Ain't that fucking high.
No, not Bryce. CJ was. No, the Bryce bar ain't that high. No.
Figuratively and literally, the shit is not that high. So at the end of the day,
the year they drafted CJ, they won 3 games, and he had a defensive head coach. So he ain't got the privilege of having this master schemer.
They just won 3 games.
Like he is, right? So now that Fernando Mendoza is going into this with the same advantages, and he doesn't have, and CJ didn't have Brock Bowers, he didn't have Ashton Genty, right?
No,
he didn't have none of that. Nobody knew who Nico Collins was, and Noah Brown had been a bust to that point.
Yeah.
So it was CJ Stroud, no name in Nico Collins at the time, and Noah Brown, who nobody cared about, who I think the Cowboys had just cut. Right. And he signed with the Texans that year. And then Dalton Schultz, who was a similar situation, who the Cowboys cut because he kept getting hurt. So he went.
It is the factor of this. Oh, I mean to cut you off. My bad, Javier. But it is the factor of him being number one. Like I get y'all. I get y'all. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. The number one.
But it's just like again, you know what I mean? Shit. It's the cards we draw at this point. But I'll put it like this. I do think that there are multiple other guys that maybe we are discounting, you know what I mean? Where it's like, are we saying like, oh, we wouldn't take him above him? Like, okay, for example, right? 2024, right?
Oh.
Caleb Williams, for sure.
Nope.
Going above him. Drake Maye, for sure. Going above him. But if we're talking about
JD5.
JJ McCarthy, of course. But JJ McCarthy, fuck no. Michael Penix. Sorry, no, I'm not doing it.
No,
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Michael Penix over Fernando just based off the injury shit. I wouldn't do it.
He's a Penix guy.
I already know you. I already know what time it is. Who else would? Bo Nix. Hey, I'm taking him over Bo Nix.
Absolutely not. Hell no. I'm not doing that.
That's kind of a wash to me.
Hell no.
That's kind of a wash
Hell
to me.
no.
Man,
There's no way.
That's a wash to me.
There's no way.
Auburn
You're
Bo
taking-
Nix exists. And the worst I've seen is Fernando at Cal. I will take Cal Fernando over Auburn Bo Nix any day.
You out your mind.
Any day of the week.
You are out of your mind.
That's
You saying Auburn Bo Nix just discrediting Oregon?
No,
but he's saying that he
Oregon,
exists.
I'm saying that exists. We taking worst tape, right? We're gonna if I take worst tape for worst tape, worst tape for worst tape. Auburn Bo Nix is there. That should do it. Oregon's cool, but then we take best tape for best tape. Still, at the end of the day, I'm taking
Bo Nix every day of the week. Every day of the week.
You fucking with Bo Nix like that now.
I like Bo Nix too, but I don't know if I would take him over Mendoza.
Over Nando?
That's a wash to me. Both of them come out of school. That's kind of a wash. It's a wash to me.
Oh, really?
Without question.
It's a kind of a wash to me. It's kind of a wash.
I think he's better than Bo Nix, bro.
Absolutely.
I think he's less of a frantic quarterback.
He better be if he's being taken number one overall.
For sure.
But that's my point, though. That's my point. Is that he's a Bo Nix level guy. He's that level of a QB. Or are you taking Bo Nix number one?
Never.
Oh, fuck, not in that draft.
Never.
Not in that draft.
Would you take him number one this draft?
If Bo Nix is coming out in this draft, would you?
Would you take Bo Nix number one in this draft?
In this draft, 100%.
Oh my God! Hell no, I'm not even walking up with that.
I feel the same way. If I have an opportunity, I'm trading. I'm trading the pick.
I take Bo Nix number one this draft. Yeah,
I'm trading the pick.
You're trading it, letting them take Mendoza. And you get Nix.
No, we got to do like this. Okay, let's say instead of Fernando Mendoza in this class, let's say Fernando Mendoza doesn't exist. Bo Nix is in place of Fernando Mendoza. Are you still trading back, or are you just pulling the trigger on Bo Nix?
Same situation though. Limited amount of quarterbacks, limited amount of talent.
Either one of these dudes.
I'm trading back.
I'm trading back.
Hold on. Okay.
Trading back, bro.
Okay.
That's what we do, Dixon. We move the goalpost.
In this draft, if it's Bo Nix, Fernando in this draft.
No, Fernando. Fernando doesn't.
He said no Fernando.
No Fernando.
Just Bo.
It's just Bo.
Only Q. So I like Fernando's the only Q quarterback in this class. Bo Nix. So we're in the same situation we're in. We're number one overall pick. Bo Nix is the only quarterback, and we have opportunity. Jets sitting right behind us. They desperate.
Arizona.
The desert for years for a quarterback.
I would consider trading back. Yes. I don't know if I'd be set in stone to trade back, but I would take phone calls without question.
But right now you're set in stone to trade back.
I would consider trading back. I don't know if I'm set in stone on trading back.
With Mendoza. So you're the same
with
spot.
Mendoza, I'm trading back. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. But Bo Nix, you're just considering it. So you're
with
more
Bo Nix, I'm just considering.
That's crazy.
Bo Nix, you're 60-40 taking Bo Nix, and Mendoza, you're like 60-40 trading back.
Yeah, I'm more like 20-80.
When Mendoza trading back?
Yeah,
I'm on the other side with Bo Nix. I'm definitely trading back off that shit.
So what?
Bo Nix was asked to do so much more at Oregon.
That's what I'm saying. Can we clarify that?
He had off structure.
Yeah.
Bo Nix literally threw for the second most yards in college football, and he was the guy that had to make the throws with barely anything to throw to when it came to receivers. And at the same time, one of the biggest knocks on him was his deep ball. So because he threw for the second most yards, it's not great. He's got his flaws.
I think he has
it's still bad.
I think he has a strong arm to give.
It is a strong arm, but I don't think he got no. I don't think his accuracy is as good as Mendoza. His accuracy is not as good.
Better athlete than Mendoza too, though.
I'll give that. For sure, I'll give that. But I will say
better on the run. I mean,
the accuracy is not there, bro. Regardless of it, the accuracy, consistent accuracy, I don't think it's better than Mendoza.
But that's where CJ fell off. Where CJ as a college player in his rookie year, CJ was one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
He was accurate as fuck in college, bro. Accurate as fuck.
He's falling off. And so he's falling off, and that's what's been his main knock the past.
I think the ghost got to CJ.
I think he started getting hit too much, boy. You know how that goes.
They trade away the entire offensive line, but yet still, like I said, his accuracy is falling way off. He knows where to go with the ball. Yeah. It's just the accuracy is done. It's gone. So I don't know what I don't know if you'll recover. I don't know if you'll recover from that.
Okay,
but,
quick question. If
Bonix didn't get hurt,
they probably got a Super Bowl.
Damn good chance they beat the Patriots. That game.
That would have been a better game.
It would have been a way better game.
Denver and Seattle would have been a better game. Okay, so let me ask you this: if Mendoza turns into a top 10 quarterback by year 3, let's just say year 3, right? Because we just said the timeline for Kubiak, we give him at least 3 years. Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, is it worth where you picked him?
A top 10?
Mm-hmm.
So
we're not going to specify. I'm not going to specify where in the top 10. We're just going to say he turns into the top 10.
If you pick him number 1, he ends up being a top 10 quarterback by year 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would hope he should be.
I would think I think it's worth it. If you're getting a top 10 quarterback with what you'd have to pay a top 10 quarterback, right? You get him on a rookie deal, you build around him.
You'd be happy. It'd be successful.
I think by year 3. Remember now, again, I'm not saying year 1, 2, year 3. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, by year 3, he turns into that. And then we can extend him. You know what I mean? And then that turns into easy money.
Let's do this. Who's the top 10 quarterback right now? Who's 8, 9, and 10 right now?
Stafford would be probably falling off soon because he's going to retire, but he's in there.
Oh, then I was like, don't say he's
retiring soon. He's retiring. Yeah, he's going to be gone. He's going to be fucking gone.
Okay,
so that would be like what?
So we got
you think?
So we got Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Allen.
That's 4.
Mm-hmm. They're not going to fall off really anytime soon. Stafford will be gone, so take him out.
Stafford's still stamped right now.
Right now, yeah. So okay. So boom.
That's fine.
Obviously, JJ McCarthy. No,
Stop. Who said JJ McCarthy?
I mean, we got after this
year,
Darnold. We probably got to put Caleb up there.
Caleb will be there. Caleb will be there. Yes.
After this year, Caleb.
Yes. Okay. I guess. Yeah.
I'm a Caleb skeptic, and I think after this year, you got to put Caleb up there.
I think you got to put.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that.
I still think you got to put Jordan Love up there. And I think
yes.
I think if they take the handcuffs off Jordan Love, he'll be better.
So you got hold on. I got a list.
Okay,
people not gonna like it. People not gonna like it. Dak is up there.
Yeah, Dak
is the top 10 quarterback.
Dak is up there.
Yeah.
So you got to put
Herbert
Darnold up there.
Herbert, you got to put Herbert.
Sam Darnold. I don't think Sam Darnold's a top 10 quarterback.
Sam
right now. I mean, he's got the 5th most yards. He's got the 5th most yards. He's got the 4th best completion rating.
But if we doing that, then we got.
I don't think Arnold.
If we do that, then where do we put Drake Maye? Drake Maye is an MVP candidate.
Yeah, I guess you got to put Drake Maye.
Jalen Hurts didn't win a Super Bowl. So what do we?
I think Jalen falls off by then, though. I think Jalen falls off by then.
He's not. Yeah, Jalen ain't up on them echelon of dudes. So
not 3 years. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you look at it, right?
We're 9 right now, so I mean, 10 is kind of interchangeable. You can go golf. You can go.
Which maybe golf. You don't know by 3 years from now. Who knows?
Know what? Low key. And I want to put JD up there, but he was hurt this whole entire pass.
Yeah, you don't know if he's gonna be healthy. Still.
I forgot about my boy. Yeah, that's right.
Everybody know that. Look, that's the guy I wanted more than any.
Forgot about my dog.
When Jaden is healthy, he's there, in my opinion. But since he's not healthy, who I got to put up there for what he did, especially down the stretch, you got to put Sunshine up there. I think
Lawrence, yeah.
Go there. And he's another guy that was an MVP candidate this year too.
Yeah. Okay, so when you look at it, right, Patty, they're not gonna go away anytime soon.
Patty and Allen,
Patty and Allen are gonna be there, but Allen gonna have to play a different way as he ages. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to start playing a different way. We know Lamar. I don't see Lamar playing into his late 30s, bro. I just don't. The way he plays. I don't see him playing until his late 30s, bro. I'm talking like 38. You see him playing until like 38, 39?
How old was Randall Cunningham when he retired?
Early 30s, no?
With the Vikings?
No, because he went to the Vikings. You're right. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, damn, you're right. How
I
old
don't
was
see
Randall?
Lamar playing until he like 38.
And
That
Randall
was his
Cunningham, when he was with the Vikings, he had the Carl Winslow going. He had the shit like
He did.
He did.
he had the
Hey, but by then Randall
you
stopped
get me.
running though.
he had the West Side on his
Yeah.
dome. He was throwing up.
That's where he gets me.
Hey,
So
I ain't playing that long, not with his injury history.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
right.
bro. 38. Like I don't see him playing no 38. Stafford will be gone. Jordan Love will still be Jordan Love. I think he'll still be good.
Mhm.
Caleb Williams is young. He'll be there. Who else did we put in there? Who else was in there?
Herbert.
Herbert.
Yeah, but then
Herbert
Herbert
is
still
better.
got that fucking
Herbert's gonna get
stick.
better. But Herbert with fucking Mike
With Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniel?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
that might work. That might work. So we'll keep that. We'll keep that there. Joe Burrow. You said Joe. Did nobody say
We said
Joe?
Joe. We said
Yeah,
Joe.
Okay,
Joe's
yeah,
already
Joe.
there.
All right, Joe, continue. Well, then he another one with that injury history that he got. We talking about Lamar injury history.
Yeah, who knows
Yeah.
with Joe's injury? Yeah.
Who knows how long he'll play, right? So we'll go there.
Joe might be with another team by then.
Yes, that's another thing. 100%. He might be on another team. It could be very possible, bro, that he could be a top 10 quarterback by year 3. It could be very possible.
I don't see it as a stretch, but I can
Look,
see it
look.
happening, but it's not going to
Look.
be easy. Yeah.
That'll be easy.
It's all context, okay? Like perfect example. Knowing everything you know, would y'all take Dak Prescott as a number 1 overall draft pick in the draft class?
Would I take Dak?
And he was a 4th round pick.
He was a 4th round pick, bro.
Yeah. So knowing everything you know, so no one would draft. We all agree Dak Prescott is top 10 guy, right?
Forget that you hate the Cowboys before you answer that.
I
by
do
the
hate
way.
the Cowboys. That's my most hated team. I hate the Cowboys more than
Yeah,
anything.
I was gonna
But
say because
I
people are
think
I'll
gonna
be
say,
honest
"Hell
with you,
no."
bro.
Dak Prescott didn't put up a 5,000-yard season.
Like I take his career right now. That's what you said. Like I'm taking his career right now.
Yeah, you're taking his career right now. If he was, would you take him at number 1? Knowing if you knew he would be what he did right now, would you take him at number 1?
I would.
This gonna be fucking. This might be divisive, bro. But for where we are, yeah,
Yeah, I would.
yeah, I probably would, bro. For where we are, bro, like and what we are right now, like I'm
And
not
what
mad
he's
at that.
done,
I would take
yeah.
a Dak Prescott number 1 overall.
I would
You
not
can
be
win
mad
with
at
that,
having a
dog.
Dak.
Like you can win with that. That's on you getting your defense right at that fucking point.
But
It might be fucked off. It may be, but bro, yeah, I think people disrespect Dak too much. They disrespect
Because he's a
Dak too much.
Cowboy. You hate him. That's why you want to hate him. Yeah.
He's real, dog.
Yeah, you disrespect him
Dak-
because
I
of
mean,
the Cowboys.
So that's why I was adding that context to it, because if let's say Mendoza is the number one overall pick and he does turn into Dak has never really won anything.
He hasn't.
That is
Part
correct.
of the reason why Dak has never won anything is because people say because of his supporting cast. So if we forego the opportunity that we have, I always talk about.
I love what he did
I always
right now.
talk about because I always talk about you don't look at what something costs you look at the opportunity cost. So the opportunity cost of drafting Fernando Mendoza is trading back and possibly adding 3 potential, really good to blue chip prospects to your team to fill out your roster. So if we have a top 10, we have a Dak Prescott and Fernando Mendoza, but we don't win anything. And we don't win anything because we don't have the supporting cast to win anything, then what have we really gained in that
Now
situation?
Dak has had his chances. Now let's not act like Dak has not had his chances in moments. You feel what I'm saying? To do his thing. I personally, my thing is this, and I'm definitely going to ask y'all this: what if he had a Matt Ryan career? If he was Matt Ryan, what would y'all say? I'm talking about like dirty.
Like he made the Super Bowl?
I mean, hey, it's what it is. Matt Ryan
But I
was making
guess-
the playoffs before Julio got there.
Yeah.
I think that's worthy of number 1 overall. I think that's but see, Matt,
I think it's tough though. Like I honestly don't think.
Matt
Like
Ryan.
we talk about we talk about
I love Matt
quarterbacks.
Ryan, though.
We got to talk about quarterbacks that have thrown for, like Dak Prescott, right? He's thrown for 4,000 yards and all that stuff. Like I don't think Mendoza is going to be asked to do any of that. I think that we pick Mendoza, we're going to rely on so much more around him to actually to help him find success. We're going to have a massive running game to help.
Yeah,
him out,
Dak
right?
does a lot. Dak throws a lot.
But shit, in year 1, Dak had prime Z. You know what I'm saying? Dak was not doing Dak-like things that he does now in year 1 nor 2.
Correct.
We was not
I just
saying
No, because they had Zeke.
But look, but
Yeah,
look, but no,
they were
but
running the
look,
shit out that ball.
but look, but like you said, that's because Dak Prescott was a 4th round quarterback out of Mississippi State.
They didn't expect that.
He
from
was.
him.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
He's the guy that was supposed to be a 3rd stringer, and then
Yeah.
you know Tony Romo got hurt, and then the other guy got hurt, and then he was kind of forced into duty. So it wasn't like they were expecting Dak. So obviously they were spoon feeding Dak because they didn't know what Dak would be, or they didn't think he would be what Dak is today.
See, we had that conversation
with Fernando Mendoza.
True. I mean, but we had this conversation all the time where I'm like, I think that should be the formula regardless of who's back there. You feel what I'm saying? Even with Caleb Williams, as talented as he is, Ben Johnson still came in there and was like, we're going to hand this motherfucking ball off 25 times a game.
Right. I'm still gonna.
We still going to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the core of it. Like, I hate where people is like, well, shit, nah, we got Andrew Luck. He don't need no offensive line like that. He's what you mean? It's so that don't make no sense. Or like he don't need no weaponry like that. Like there's only one quarterback that's ever won like that, and that's Tom Brady. But
that's Tom. Tom's the only one who's won without
they had
weapon.
the system in place to do shit like that. Other than that, bro, it's like everybody else needs. But his offensive line was always good. Say what you want about the Patriots, that offensive line was always good. Regardless, they might have had hella white people on the goddamn receiver line, but that offensive line was real, boy. It don't matter what it was.
Yeah, the Cowboys had weapons at wide receiver too, though.
Yeah, well, Michael Gallup, but some of that is Dak. Some of that was Dak. Like Michael Gallup ain't done shit outside of.
Oh no, he ain't done shit since that. He ain't done shit since that. CD was there. Didn't he have Des Bryant for a little bit too? He had Des.
I think that was the playoff game, right? The catch, the whole thing.
It
with
was.
Des. That was Dak, right?
Or
was that Romo still?
That was Romo.
Oh,
if you
that was
talking about Green Bay, that was Romo.
Okay.
But he did have another one though with Dez, didn't he? Didn't Dak have one with Dez against Green Bay? Shit in Dallas. I think I remember. I think that shit was like 2012 or something.
Man, I don't know.
I might be a historian.
I just struggle, man. If we know we're gonna rely on the run game, you know, and we're gonna be a heavy run team.
That couldn't be. If it was 2012, it couldn't have been because Dak got drafted 2016.
It was 16. Okay.
Yeah, that was the car draft. Yeah.
No, that was
right after, right?
Car was 2014.
I'm gonna tell you what though, 805, and this is where it all comes back, and we can even end the show off this, bro. It all comes back to one topic, right? You talked about, I'm scared to rely on the run game. We're forced to. You want to know why? Because we just spent a 6 overall fucking pick on a running back,
yes,
and you
sir.
ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice.
choice.
You got to get every juice out of that goddamn lemon, bro, and it don't matter what you got to do. So at this point, I think we're forced to play behind the run game. Because if we don't make him look good, we look fucking stupid. We look stupid. Spy Tech looks dumb for his first round pick. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got to make that thing work.
I think that was Peter's pick anyway. I don't think that was Spy Tech's pick.
It's on your resume now, John. It don't matter where it is. It's on your resume.
It don't matter who did it. You let this running back, bro. That's on you.
Because Pete's fired. Shit, Pete kicking his feet up right now. He don't give a fuck. He's
teaching basket weaving over here at USC, big dog.
Exactly.
He don't care what he doing.
He's over here trying to live his life in USC.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. Is like,
he got fired with pension, dog.
This is also why. Like, look, and I've said this before. It's like there's a lot of people that are saying Genty is him. Genty's going to be the guy. And the thing is that you pick Genty at 6. If we turn around and pick Mendoza, and if that's the route we go, then that's where we go. Well, guess what? If Mendoza turns out like everybody's talking, then when it's time to talk about Genty's contract and Mendoza's balling, you're going to stare down the barrel of a massive contract when it comes to Mendoza. You're going to make him probably the highest paid player in the National Football League if he's doing what everybody thinks he's going to do, which means, guess what? You don't pay a running back.
Yeah.
No, Genty's gone.
Exactly.
Because that's another reason why you don't pick a running back.
They're going to have to pay Brock coming up.
Thank you, Severe. Because how much
Brock
you think
is coming up?
If Brock start getting back to form,
and Brock's representation, especially if we don't get since we didn't get a guy like Tedoroa, since we didn't get a number 1 receiver, and I don't know if we'll get one in the next few years. Brock gonna want wide receiver 1 money.
100%.
Oh man,
and he very well deserves it. Very well deserved. I ain't gonna say nothing about it.
So you're gonna prioritize the quarterback and the number 1 outside weapon. Like those are guys you're gonna prioritize.
And by then it'll be what, like 35, 40 million?
And if you do trade Maxx, say you luck up into getting the DN. You gonna fuck around and prioritize paying that before you pay a running back. If Charles Grant ends up being the motherfucker that we know he can be, you gonna pay Charles Grant.
Don't start that. Don't start that. Don't start
No,
that.
only problem I have with that is you put if on there. When Charles Grant turns out being remember Severe told y'all about it. Remember Severe is the one that told you.
Bro, there's a lot of positions. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta make sure we gotta get, especially while he on the rookie deal, like 805 say, man. While he on this rookie deal,
you gotta get the most out of him.
Carries, as many yards as you can get out of Genty as you can get right now, boy.
Exactly, because that's the point, man. It's not gonna. It's just financially because like Genty, I forget where he ranks in terms of like total contract value. I think he's like just outside of the top 10.
He's
just
right
outside
now,
of it.
He's getting paid yearly, the 11th best paid running back.
Okay, yearly 11th pay. Okay, he's just outside the top 10. But in terms of guaranteed money, only person more than him is Saquon, who just got that crazy deal. So like it only goes up from there in terms of and that's where contracts, that's where the rubber really meets the road, is the guaranteed money. So his deal can only get bigger than that. So that's why we started out from a position of weakness already. So that's why you don't draft these running backs in the first round, because he's the 11th highest paid running back, second in guaranteed money. He did not produce to that level at all. I think I looked at something like that. He was like outside the top 60 in terms of like yards per play or something like that. He was trash yards per play. So you know, he's not producing like that. But then you look at a guy like Teteroa, who was what, the 40th highest paid?
40th highest paid.
That's value, bro. Jesus, that's value.
He's taking 2 picks later.
Right.
It's come on, bro. Make it make sense. That's why you don't draft running backs in the first round, because the value is not there.
So go to what you're saying, and I never thought about this. If we did go all out and went on our running back, drafted him sick as our future, is it best for him for us to take a quarterback number 1 overall? Is that's going to help Genty more?
Kinda.
Maybe, depending on how honestly Kubiak runs that offense. I mean, if you can have a quarterback that is extremely just efficient through play action, being able to kind of hit, be able to kind of when you talk about the professional, the pro defenses nowadays, like you're gonna have to hit every single throw on the football field. Right. You have to work every single portion of the football field. Where again, it's not that Mendoza wasn't asked to do that in college on a consistent basis. And so
now, this is where I get you though, 805. Like, and this is where I'm like, does Kubiak maybe feel that he can be that guy that fits perfectly into this system? Because, like, again, most quarterbacks that we look at, like the quarterbacks I look at for next year that fit in a system where Kubiak runs and kind of fits quarterbacks that he's worked with in the past is like Dante Moore and Mensa. Now, those are the two. I like Arch, but Arch ain't gonna fit in this type of shit right here. This is different. And then I like Sellers, but Sellers, I don't see Sellers in this type of.
Sorsby is a guy. I think.
Sorsby, but I feel like you gotta, kind of groom that into this. You know what I mean? More so where Dante that's glove fit. You know what I'm saying? Mensa glove fit. I can see them doing this shit like that. But I think maybe Kubiak can be like, all right, yeah, this is the guy that I can mold. I can have him do that shit with, and especially with that play action, like you said. I mean, if he can get that cracking, then you can do anything off that.
Look, because look, I put this to our group chat, right? And I'll put this to the people that's watching right now. I know how many people in the building right now watching. I asked you guys this. I said, if I'm the Raiders, the Jets are desperate. No. I'm thinking. I don't remember exactly what the Bears gave up for Trubisky. I don't remember what that trade was, but I'm saying the Jets have 2 firsts, right? I'm asking for number 2, and I think they have 16. Is it 16 or 17?
16 or 18, something
16.
Like that.
It's 16.
So I'm asking for number 2 and for 16.
So 2 firsts this year.
So 2 firsts this year. So they'll still have a first round pick, and they get the quarterback that they want. So essentially, they're only really losing out on 1 additional first round pick that they got. and they're getting their quarterback of the future. I think that's fair, but I'm also asking for Will McDonald to fourth. So
you did say Will McDonald. Yeah.
You get 2, you get 16, you get Will McDonald. Then what do you do after that? You've secured Will McDonald. What does that allow you to do?
I already know what you want. You trade Max. You want to trade Max after that.
Trade Max.
Max.
So you end up. So I don't know who in the first round. I think there was a team. I think that do the Lions have the 17th pick? I think the Lions have 17. So look. Oh, Pete. Oh, man, perfect right there. I think the Lions have 17. Lions have 17. I trade Max to the Lions for 17. I think they have a
so then you have 16 and 17 at that point, because then you got 16, 17.
They're second, and J-Mo, who they just paid.
J-Mo.
But Isaac Tesla, I think, makes J-Mo expendable. So you end up in that draft, with those trades, you end up with a 2 first from the Jets, so you get an extra first plus Will McDonald, extra first from the Lions, a second round pick, and J-Mo.
They use one of them thirds to get Macaroni Jones. See what I'm saying?
Macaroni Jones.
Now we're working. At the end of the day, bro, look. If you told me we get Will McDonald, right, and then you go with the number 2 pick, you got to grab my boy Ruben Bain at that point. You get Ruben Bain and Will McDonald, don't sound too bad. It don't sound too bad at all.
And people say we won't have a quarterback.
I was about to tell you that.
In the second or third. I ain't worried. Look, I'll take a quarterback.
Ty Simpson.
And who's another guy we forgot about this coming out next year? John Mateer is another guy next year.
Next year.
Next year is another guy. Mateer is another guy.
Yeah, I forgot about Mateer.
And look, and here's my thing: is if we don't get if we don't pick Mendoza, we still have to get a quarterback at some point in this draft. You got to start the process of just developing. So you got to
Nussmeier,
take the swing with Nussmeier.
So you still get
Ty Simpson out there.
Help groom and start the process.
Hey, look, take your boy K. Klubnik, bro. Fuck it.
Man, hey, what?
Look, you want to talk about somebody that, in my opinion, not saying he's better.
I'm not saying he got tools.
Not saying that he's better than Mendoza, but someone that played probably more in a more pro style offense that had to do more is a Ty Simpson.
Yeah,
he has to do more.
I'm not saying he's better than Mendoza, but I think he could be, if you want to talk about more pro ready,
he made more reads. He did
more pro ready because he did more things that he's have to do at the pro level at Alabama than Mendoza had to do at Indiana. And so,
so why did his stock drop so much?
Them last half of games, bro. Them last half of games was ugly. But that first half, dog, like 805 said, he was dialing in them first half of games where he was playing a stretch of SEC teams, boy. Where you were like, hey, this motherfucker look like a NFL quarterback the way he's doing shit right now. Yeah. And changing checks at the line.
And then they lost their run game. They couldn't run the ball no more. And
that team was a shell of itself, bro.
The only thing I'm worried about with Ty Simpson is that why I'm not doing it in that situation is because I still think we have to draft him in the first round, and I'm not spending the first round.
Yeah, I'm not.
But you have 2 now. You have 16 and 17.
Yeah, I'm not spending the first round. I always spend the first round pick on Mendoza.
Nah, he's a second round guy right now, bro. He's a second
round guy. But we know quarterbacks are highly coveted, so
which is why you have to take him in this first round.
I'd rather take Carson Beck in the third than Ty Simpson in the first.
Stop.
Hey, no cap. No cap. Hey, people gonna laugh at you, but I ain't gonna lie to you. If they do trade back, I'm gonna fucking push that, bro.
Look, he's at least on par. He's at least on par with Macaroni.
Oh,
I'm gonna push that. He can run that Kubiak shit. If you get back, they can run that Kubiak shit.
But
Macaroni, he's just a stove top. But hey, you can make
it work.
Yeah. Well, let me add to what Severe was saying in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
The only time if I'm trading off that number 1, I want to get 3 additional number 1s. I want to trade back. I want 3 additional number 1s. I want the Jets first rounder. I want 2 of theirs next year. So if I trade off that pick,
I don't think they do that though. I don't think they do that. That's
maybe
what I'm saying.
I need something for next year for sure.
Like
I need something for next year.
out here trying to just leave them naked. Like you trying to leave them asshole naked.
Yeah.
You can't leave them with nothing because
Yeah, absolutely, bro. 3 o'clock in the club. Yeah, you guys naked. You're done. You're done.
Real talk, bro. This the last girl. We fight for the last girl, Severe. Come on now. You know what it is.
But you gotta the art of making trades in the NFL is that you want the other side to walk away not feeling like they got done dirty. Because then you can never go back to that well again. If they feel that you caught him out here sleeping, and you just like dope fiended them and patted their pockets.
No.
Like,
because
like, oh, F y'all.
Because everybody's saying Fernando Mendoza is him, and so if he is him,
I'm not.
Then go get it. Go get it.
But that's what they think.
No, the consensus is he is him. Though.
If they ask willing to trade us all that shit, burning the bridge, they ass gonna be fired anyway. So it gonna be fucking.
But either way, right? Either way, if I don't get Mendoza,
Martinez, I was talking to Spy Tech last week, bro. So don't worry, this is all in the works, brother.
Yes. With all that Jets personnel gonna be fired.
Got him on speed dial, bro. You got him on speed dial.
Martinez, I bet he was one of those guys that said we was gonna win 10 games last year.
Probably.
So, but if I move off that number one, I want 3 firsts from the Jets, and then I'm also trading Maxx Crosby in hopes that I can get at least two firsts. And so I'm gonna stockpile the crap out of this thing. And that would be my plan. I have plenty of draft capital to move up next year and get a quarterback if we need to.
So no QB, no Max.
Oh, I would definitely get a QB at some point in this draft.
You're tweaked. You're tweaked. You talking about somebody talking about they taking Drew Aller over fucking Carson Beck? Hell no. Yeah. Hell no. I'll defend Carson Beck there, bro. No. All right,
but you can get Drew Aller in like the 7th.
Aller wasn't that bad before he got hurt, though. Last year,
you talking about can't read the field? Aller can't read the
last year.
2 years ago, my bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This year
he was
cheeks.
Cheeks, yeah.
Bro, he was horrible.
He was bad, and trust me, that offensive coordinator sucks.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. But but right now you can get Drew Aller in the 7th, and it's just
I don't know if Drew Aller be able to read defense if I wrote it in crayon 805. I don't know about all that.
In the 7th, that's a different story.
In the 7th, maybe.
That's a different story.
But Carson Beck in the 3rd is better value than that.
You could argue that, yeah.
I don't know.
It's better value. Carson Beck just came off the natty. Stop it, Leo. He came off the natty.
Look. Before last year, ironically, before last year, everybody was saying Carson Beck was the number 1 quarterback. Quinn Ewers was number 2. What did I tell y'all in the chat? What did I say about both those dudes?
Chris was high on Beck. Booty. Remember that? Oh my god.
They were both booty.
Both of them was trash. Coming in this year, the number 1 guys were Garrett
Nussmeier, Sellers.
What did I say about those guys? I told everybody, those dudes ain't it. I was right on both. And at the time, people were like, "Are you tripping? Carson Beck, he's the number 1 guy. Are you tripping? Garrett Nussmeier about to do this and Kate Klubnik about to do that." I told everybody, these dudes ain't it. And I'm saying right now, look,
man, these motherfuckers next year, man. If we trade back, we better hope that these dudes next year don't stink up the college football season, and we stuck with another stinker as far as a quarterback draft, right?
Or they get hurt. I'm not
going to expect a 2024 draft again. I'm just not.
Bro, look, it's a risk. It's a risk, but we can name 6 quarterbacks that could be damn good next year.
Yeah,
for sure. 6 quarterbacks that could be damn good next year. And guess what? Mm-hmm. Next year, how many quarterback needy teams are there going to be? Maybe like us.
Us.
There's going to be 1, maybe 2 that pop up.
Maybe Denver. Arizona, I don't know what's going on with
Arizona
Bo and the Bo, hey, get out of here with all that.
No, I'm saying with Sean Payton, him and Bo aren't like eye to eye right now. They'll
get rid of Sean Payton before they get rid of Bo.
Real shit, real shit. They definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I think they got to stick around. I mean, they basically made
they were 1 point away from the injury.
Honestly, bro, I think nah. You know, I'm gonna save that take. But I think your boy LA on his last motherfucking strike. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I think so. It's a new regime.
Justin on his last strike, bro. Because you told me that. Now you got Harbaugh in here and Mike McDaniel, and your ass still can't win.
Yeah, if you don't deliver with Mike McDaniel, bro, I don't know.
You're gonna have to make a decision.
I don't think so.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, he done been there for how many coaches though? He done been there for like 4 coaches. already. And this is Jim Harbaugh we talking about. You can't win with Jim Harbaugh a playoff game.
Well, you've heard the arguments, right? You heard the arguments why?
I'm telling you, a decision gonna have to be made at some point. And then Jim gonna come out. I love Justin, but you know, get my own guy. You know what I mean? She gonna start coming out like that. But they gotta start winning over there. Bo Nix, on the other hand, I think he in trans. I just think Sean Payton to get fired for Bo Nix get laid the fuck up. I agree with Shabir on that one. Andy will fuck around and get fired for
if we trade back.
Get up out of there too.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Man, look.
Andy get definitely fired for Patrick get the fuck up out of there. That's definitely happening.
Yeah, Patrick ain't going nowhere.
Dante Moore next year, 1,000 times over Fernando Mendoza this year, bro. If I was securing it next year over, bro.
If that's what you're telling me, for sure,
bro. Like
I'm with you.
And that's the crazy part. Once Moore backed off, then Fernando became a clear cut, no question number one.
Well, it still would have been a conversation.
That made that number one pick that much more valuable because now before it was like, okay, who else going to trade up for it? Or were we thinking maybe Arizona possibly? But but now with the Jets, because the Jets had the fallback plan. Okay, we take Dante Moore, we take the younger guy.
They don't have that no more.
More physical talent. Okay, bam. Like we got a guy here, right? Yeah. But now that he ain't there, it's like, but we the only show in town. But that's what I'm saying. We can't just like. We can't Jeffrey Epstein him. We can't we
can't take him to the island, y'all.
Man, this dude Rick don't know what he's talking about, bro. I've been following more since in high school, bro. This dude was like the ultimate leader. Since he was going to Martin Luther King High School in Detroit, bro.
Yeah, come on, bro. We and he came out here at UCLA too, and then
bro, you don't have to hate on another guy. You can just say, I think Fernando Mendoza is a leader, or like you don't have to hate on another guy.
Yeah. Look, bro. At the end of the day, y'all done seen me disagree with Severe the whole night. Maybe 805. I like Fernando, you feel what I'm saying? But there are some guys that you can agree. They better. They are.
And you can point out their flaws. Like I don't think Fernando Mendoza is a bad quarterback. It's like I don't think Clint Kubiak is a bad coach. I don't think Ashton Genty is a bad running back. I just see their flaws, and I don't think.
Nico. What about Nico?
Nico is a guy. Look, Nico is a interesting case because coming from Tennessee and that Josh Heupel system, that doesn't prepare any quarterback for the NFL.
Right.
You see the quarterbacks, you see the receivers, none of them are ever ready for the NFL. It's just this is what it is. You see, Jalen Hyatt is a guy I was high on. I thought would be good. All the physical talent is there. Motherfucker don't know how to run routes. He doesn't understand
any Tennessee receiver, bro.
You guys say that again, both of you. Any Tennessee what?
I can't.
I don't like Tennessee receiver.
I thought Jalen Hyatt was going to be something that just didn't work out too well.
I thought it was going to be good because he doesn't because that system is too gimmicky. Like it is. How to. So that's why I'm like I'm cool. So Nico came from that to UCLA. He was working under Tino Sansuri, who was the co-offensive coordinator at Indiana the year before with work and with obviously forgot who the other guy was. And like that offense was terrible and they had to scrap it. And then they brought in or they promoted Jerry Neuheisel, who was Rick Neuheisel's son, and they brought in Noel Mazzone, who was like Noel Mazzone was the old like guru back in the day. I forgot what schools he worked at. He worked at UCLA before. Forgot where else he worked at before that. I want to say Arizona, maybe. He worked with but usually in the spread type systems. And as soon as he did that, everybody talk about the amazing Penn State comeback that Fernando Mendoza had. But guess what? Nico and Maliava beat the brakes off of Penn State, right? Oh. People talk about, I think 805 you brought up, one of the best games that Fernando Mendoza had was against Michigan State. Nico and Maliava beat the brakes off of Michigan State and threw the ball all over the yard with absolutely no running game. So I like he showed flashes. Now this year we just brought in the guy that was the quarterback of James Madison that succeeded.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you brought him over.
Brought him over. So and he's bringing over his offensive coordinator as well. And I think the first year after Cignetti left and he took all his players with him, I think they still won like 10 or 11 games. I think they just this past year, the second year, they won the division. Obviously, they went to the college football playoff, got the shit beat out of them by Oregon. But he's a guy that we saw him with the lower tier or lower ranked school, make the CFP, win their division.
Talk about that being a lower ranked school. People were saying, "Oh, Indiana didn't have nobody." JMU, bro. Like,
yeah, JMU, and look, Kurzingetti was winning there. So I think Ian Malieva has a lot of talent, but he's a guy you're gonna have to wait for because he like in terms of his arm talent, he has top 5 arm talent in all of college football right now. Wow. That's how good his arm is. It's like it's him, Sellers, Mateer. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Sorsby's up there too. Like those are the guys. He has a crazy arm. But he needs a lot of work. He's gonna need a lot of coaching. So he's a guy you're gonna have to wait on. But like some of the things that you could say about him, or some of the same things you could say about Mendoza the year before. And he's a way better athlete than Mendoza.
Go ahead and go pick up your mouth.
He needs a whole lot of polish.
How do you guys feel when people say this about Mendoza? When is anybody going to acknowledge that he worked with less talent around him than these other schools?
He didn't.
He had good.
Thank you. Can you guys tell them? Because apparently I don't know.
When you talk about talent, had one of, if not the best run game in the national football, or in college football. Like if you don't think a running game, one of the best in college football, is not talent surrounding him, that's how they won the majority of their football games, was through the run game. And Surratt and Cooper, it's the second year in that system, so they understood it. They may have come in as 2 or 3 star receivers, but guess what? They got coached up. That entire coaching staff did one hell of a job to literally make that entire team one of the best, well-rounded teams in college football. And so to say that he didn't have talent, that's disingenuous, because you look at that run game, it was literally one of the best in college football. That's talent.
Yeah. Now I don't know like where people. This is where I think people get it confused, because where sometimes I would be like, yes, I think where they're coached and the system for what it is, bro. Like it you can't say there was nothing around him, right? You can't say he's just dragging like fucking Amazon workers. That's
what people be saying, though.
Nah, bro, he's not doing that. But then in the same retrospect, I'm not going to say that he's playing with a 2019 roster, 2019 LSU roster either. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. It ain't Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and all that extra shit, but it is talent, though.
He ain't put up those numbers either, though. He ain't put up those Jamar. He ain't put up the 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
I feel like if he had them dudes, sure. If we were doing them type of shit, I mean, it's a completely different offense they were running too, though.
And look. He also didn't have Ed Ogeron as his coach. Leo knows all about Ed Ogeron. Ed Ogeron is not. What did Ed Ogeron do at USC? Not a motherfucking.
Not a damn thing, bro.
He can recruit
Coach O, bro. Coach O.
Coach O he's probably the best. He might be the best recruiter of all time.
Right.
He might be the best recruiter of all time. He can't coach a lick. Can't coach a fucking lick. So, and that's what it is. So he gonna have a whole bunch of talent. But he's not gonna have any. He can't coach him. And people always point to the thing they always say is, "Oh, he beat a whole bunch of. He beat some 5 stars. He beat 5 stars or 2s and 3 stars." Guess what? Take a wild guess how many stars Fernando Mendoza had when he was coming into college. Take a wild fucking guess.
How many?
So if your gauge of talent is how many stars a guy has when he was coming into college, that means Mendoza's not that fucking good.
Oh.
Because his shit was 2. So you definitely can't do that. He was a 2-star.
He was a 2-star recruit?
Miami wouldn't let this motherfucker walk on. He tried to walk on. Like,
I remember hearing that. But Miami's Miami.
Miami said, "Now we good."
Yeah. Now Miami tried to double back and shit last year in the transfer portal, but after that, he was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, I would too. Like, fuck y'all.
Yeah. Y'all Miami came up this year in the transfer portal.
Facts.
Yeah.
Boy, Leo, this has been one hell of a show. I hope you got everything you needed from this one.
Right. We wanted to talk to them, and we did run down.
100%. 100%.
And look, we'll end it like. Again, I think like Severe was saying, like, we're not saying that Fernando Mendoza is not a bad quarterback. Like, he's a good quarterback.
It's first round worthy pick.
Yeah, it's it's putting him on that pedestal as a number 1 overall draft pick, but also on the flip side, just considering, okay, if you did trade back, what you can do with those draft picks, and do you value those draft picks to basically create the foundation of for this team? Do you prioritize that over what Fernando Mendoza shows as a number 1 overall prospect? If you like him, cool. And Clint Kubiak might be able to draft him and turn him into what everybody thinks he is. I'm not going to deny that. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I see on film based on what he was asked to do at Indiana. It just presents the question to me, how well does what he did at Indiana translate over to the NFL? That's the biggest question mark for me. And then if the Jets are willing, to give me 3 additional first rounders, shit.
Yeah.
I might be considering that 80-20.
You gotta consider it. You can't say no. Like, this is our dude for sure. Yeah.
But I know everybody likes the shiny object too. You know what I'm saying? He is the number 1. Everybody,
and we've been waiting for a quarterback for how long?
Everybody loved the shiny object of Genty. You know, everybody came in and said Genty's going to be the savior of the running game. Well, how'd that work out? You know, so yes, I get it. And people like the shiny object. We'll see how it works out.
The unrealistic expectations is something where I think where this conversation will get fucked up, because it's like, do not come in here expecting this man to say, "Oh man, he's going to the playoffs now. He's going to do all these things."
But that's what people are doing, Ron. They're thinking he's Andrew Luck. They're saying he's Peyton Manning.
I don't even think nobody should be doing that shit with these type of rosters these guys go on, bro. Like, if you do it, then sure, we understand now that there's echelons to shit that happens, bro. But it's like, there's a reason that most of the rookie quarterbacks don't have great fucking first years. It's just what it is, what it is. But unrealistic ass expectations, bro, that people put on him is where shit gets fucked up. That's where y'all got Genty fucked up. Right, because y'all came out here and y'all put names like Barry Sanders and all these extra shit all out there, and now, right now, a year later, you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said all that. Just get, you feel what I'm saying? Don't start putting no fucking Peyton Manning and Joe Burrow in these conversations. And I like Fernando, but at the end of the day, bro, we still have to be realistic about that. He's not that. You know what I mean? But is the fit and where he's going and what he can be surrounded by, is it worth taking him and placing him in this structure? Is this the perfect structure and perfect quarterback pairing? And that's the question that I have. And I think it is.
I'll add one last thing. Like, trust me, the quarterback position is probably one of the hardest things to evaluate in professional sports, period. That's why a lot of teams get it wrong. History tells us that teams get it wrong all the time, whether it's they don't develop them properly, whatever it may be, right? I think that there's a lot of things that go into a quarterback being successful that is out of the ability of the quarterback itself. And I love the fact that Sam Darnold went ahead and won himself a Super Bowl, because I think Sam Darnold is a very good example of good quarterback put into really shitty situations. Organizations just don't.
Oh, dude, he was horrible with the Jets.
They don't allow them to have the pieces around them to build the foundation properly. And so the quarterback position is one of the hardest to evaluate as to whether or not they're going to be good at the NFL level, because of the fact that they could go to an organization that sucks, that doesn't know how to develop them. I've used this example quite a bit. People that rocked with me, you guys know, I use the example. If Tom Brady went to the Cleveland Browns, Tom Brady wouldn't be Tom Brady today. Exactly. Because it's just a bad organization. And so there's so many things that go into whether or not a quarterback is going to find success. I mean, Joe Burrow could be looked at as one of the best quarterbacks, but he's going to a Cincinnati team that literally just does not know how to prioritize the offensive line for the guy. They do stupid decisions like dumping a crap ton of money into T. Higgins when you should put it in the offensive line.
But wasn't that Joe's fault too, though? Because he wanted to keep his weapons?
I think that I heard rumors of that. But as an organization, you better put your goddamn foot down and go, look, we need to protect you. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's where it's tough. Like, yes, I could have my my opinions and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it sucks. I also think organizations just don't do a really good job of developing and providing quarterbacks with what they need. So that's why it's tough. Just
And that's some of the problem, man. Real quick, man, I gotta get up out of here, man. My dog done woke up, man. He ready to go ahead and be put back to sleep. But hey, man, love y'all, man. It's always a great conversation when I get on fucking screen with y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is, always, family, man. All the time, man. So y'all, hey, much love to all y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Hey, everybody in chat, make sure you guys subscribe to all these dudes up in here, man. It's different Raider content, man. Different strokes for different folks, man. But we all give you that real truth content up here, bro. None of that fluff shit. You already know, man. So, no fluff. Other than that, man, ain't nothing much to say. Love y'all in the chat, too, man. Y'all up in here, shit. It's 10 o'clock in a Pacific time. Some of y'all on the East Coast, it's fucking 1 o'clock for some of y'all, boy. That's love, man.
No, it's 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Oh, it's 11. Hey, bro, that is love. Yeah. That is fucking love, dog. We almost 150 thick up in here at 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, man. So shit. Right. Hey, we love all y'all, man. Hey, keep going. But shit, I'm gonna see y'all next time, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all in the group chat.
For sure, Doc. Appreciate you.
All right, man.
See you tomorrow.
Just win, baby. Look, check it out. All black with a hoodie, snapback, really snap on. Long white socks, me mugging like I'm King Kong. With them all black Chuck Taylors. West side and this bitch yelling Raiders.